Dopey.
Two guys that hate each other.
Just shut your mouth.
I hate them. Shut up.
Don't be unkind.
Shut up, bitch.
Oh, very nice.
Shut the fuck up.
You're a fine bunch of bullies, aren't you?
I'm Opie.
I could give a fuck. I'm Jim Norton, and I'm on the radio.
Shut up.
The Opie and Anthony Show. It's all about fun, fun, fun.
I'd love to spit in your face.
I will fucking kill you.
Shut up, stupid.
I'm just a zilch, and I know it.
Who cares? We're trying to do a fucking radio.
I know what we're trying to do. I'm sitting here across from you. I understand that.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Despicable asshat.
And these dummies that work for us, you guys stink.
Ben looks like a tall baby.
Always laughing in the wrong places. Ben, where's the coffee?
You rock.
Hopefully he's going through a car wash with his mouth open.
And there's Steve.
Steve is a piece of garbage.
And you stink.
You are cordially invited to a robbery rape.
This is family entertainment.
This show is a disaster.
Opie and Anthony Show.
If you have any poo, fling it now.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
You're a kid toucher. Torture! It's torture!
Chester! Here, boy! Come on, Chester! Chester! Here, boy! Come on, Chester! Chester! Come on, Chester!
Hello, fuckface.
Act like wherever you are, that's the place to be.
You dick!
What's up, sweetie little one?
Hey, bud. Let's party.
Drill dough. Drill dough. Drill dough. Drill dough. We haven't played drill dough in a very long time.
Love the drill, though.
We promise before the end of the show today, you will hear drill dough. We have a lot of new listeners, Anthony.
Stop treating me like a whore.
This is from the drill dough bit.
What's up, sweetie little one?
Oh, for all the new listeners out there today, we got drill dough.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
We'll show you what this satellite radio could do.
Crank it up to 10.
Crank it up to 11.
11.
Doesn't get any worse than drill dough, man.
Yeah, that is about the limit of satellite radio right there with drill, though.
Yeah.
Machinery, vagina.
We haven't gotten nasty in a very long time.
Nasty.
I think we got to bring some nastiness back to the radio program. I don't even know where to begin, man. Anthony was talking about guns and dumping, and
We had everything going on this morning. We're in the office just babbling.
we did a great show.
Failed. I know. We did like an hour's worth of show in the office.
We've already done an hour of radio.
With failed attacks on the media going on. It was an action-packed hour, that first hour from 6 to 7.
I feel like I could just coast the rest of the morning.
Why not?
I really feel that I really did a lot.
We did a bang-up show.
We were going to the newspaper laughing at the headline.
Right.
We had our own Danny out there on the streets trying to do assaults on the media.
Ben trying to coordinate with him on the
Holy
phone.
shit.
Every network there in front of Radio City Music Hall.
Yeah, there's a big story, I guess. I don't know. Musicians at Radio City going on strike or something like that here in New York City.
Yeah, so the Rockettes, Opie, the Rockettes, they kind of struck in sympathy. They walked off. Or kicked off, like they say on the news. And they actually left the show right before they were going to do, I guess, some kind of a dress rehearsal that they do. And they give out tickets to. A bunch of people had come and wanted to see it. They had a bunch of people bitching about it this morning on the news. Some woman was, "Mama, we brought children who are crying." Like they're all entitled. And I do believe there was some kind of free thing that they do for a dress rehearsal. And they do invite children down and whatnot. And just this entitlement this woman had. And we came down here. Gee, stop your bitching. Things happen. Sorry. So they had that, and they were covered. All the networks were down there. All the news was down there.
I think we got too cocky.
You think?
Yeah, because I walked into the office around 6, and Ben and you were already here, and you guys are all excited, like,
very excited.
Dude, we're going to have a big hit today.
It's going to be a hat trick.
A big assault on the media. All the major news channels are down in Times Square today. Danny's on his way with the big Opie and Anthony cartoon sign.
Danny, who is a pro.
He is a pro.
So we knew we had the right guy, right job, and all the networks were down there, so it was a given.
Danny is the hit leader, by the way, as far as the assault on the media thing goes.
Guy's good.
He has the most hits.
But shut down.
Holy crap, you got to understand our office, too. We have at least 5 or 6 TVs in there, maybe more.
Yeah, even mine was fired up.
One, two, at least 5 or 6.
Little one on the desk.
They're all tuned into a different news station, and Ben sitting back with his feet up on the desk with his little phone, all cocky. We're all cocky.
Yeah.
All right, Danny, we're going to take on New York today.
Yeah. Where are you?
You ready?
There? You ready? All right. We're looking Channel 5. Channel 5 looks to be going live any minute now. Channel 7's teasing it. Don't go there yet. Channel
doing
4
sports.
doing sports, but they're going to come back to it. They were like he's coordinating.
Yeah.
He's in the situation room.
We're all feeling good.
Oh, cocky as hell.
Oh, yeah.
It was going to happen. And one by one, just defeat. They figured out a way to put 6th Avenue traffic between Danny and the news girl on one of the channels. That's what happened. The word was given, go, 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 go. They were live. I think it was Channel 4. And we see Danny in the background for a second. And trucks are just speeding down 6. He couldn't get across traffic. And it was too late by the time he was in the crosswalk. We saw him in the crosswalk. It was an Abbey Road shot to the side, and then gone. They were done with the story.
It was a complete disaster.
But we were still optimistic.
One after another.
They're like, all right, Fox is going. Fox is going.
Yeah, we're like, all right, well, there's still 4 more to go.
So we see they went to a wide shot, and we're going, Fox has a wide shot. Go, 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 go. Slowly, we see this shot tightening up a little bit. So the cameraman obviously saw him, and they kind of move it to the side a little, so the woman's head is now a little to the left of the shot. You could tell he was coming.
He was coming.
Not quick enough, again.
Well, I think he got the letters O and Y.
Yeah.
As in the last 3 letters of Anthony.
At the last minute, a piece of glowing sign came streaking through the shot. There's a live shot right now from the music hall, but he's not there.
He's not there.
And that was one of the women. But they have it figured out.
And finally, Anthony said, bring our troops home.
Just bring them home, God damn it. It's a quagmire out there by Radio City. At first I was sold a bill of goods where I thought we could pull off an assault on the media. But after seeing the defeat, it's just time to bring our boy home.
There are no weapons of... Oh. We got too cocky, though. We thought we would hit like 4 of them, and we didn't even get 1.
Oh, I had visions of just, Channel 4, Channel 7, Channel 5, all of them getting hit all at once.
Blam,
Us
blam,
just
blam,
spinning
blam,
around
blam.
the room looking at TV monitors going, oh, my God, he's on everyone. How is he doing it? Yeah.
As we look at each other in the office going, look how great we are.
Yeah. Clusterfuck. A clusterfuck.
There's no other radio personalities out there that could do this.
We're great.
That could coordinate this.
Look at us. Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah. Look at the dejection on his face. He just passed by the window.
And then Ben is on the phone with Danny going, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Right. And then we learned that through Nathaniel, I guess, and the rest of the boys, that Danny takes these very, very seriously. And when he fails, he gets very, very bummed out.
It's his big deal.
I was telling everyone, though, Danny, you're the hit leader. You have done more assaults on the media than anyone else out there.
We understand it's getting more and more difficult out there.
I'm walking back, and I'm just like, man, I know they're going to just try and hand my ass to me.
No, actually, we know how difficult it's getting out there.
And I think we're going to take the blame today because we were cocky. We thought we could hit like 3 or 4 of them.
These cameramen.
We're focused on one of them.
Now, who I just want to, I think insurgent fits the title instead of cameraman. I think these insurgents are making it difficult for you to do your job.
Yeah, actually, it was a difficult setup because they're
Was
on
it?
the
Yeah,
other
you had
side
to-
of the street. I had to run through traffic. It was just a.
So these big trucks rolling by at like 50 miles an hour.
And Ben is a whack job.
Ben's just
man.
yelling, run into traffic, they'll stop.
He's saying run across 6th Avenue, which is what, 3 lanes of traffic. It's all trucks.
More than 3 lanes of traffic. It's like 6 lanes of traffic.
It's like
5 lanes of
6
traffic.
lanes, yeah.
Is it?
Oh, yeah, it's all going north.
Okay, so all we're seeing is just major traffic flying by, mostly trucks at this time of the morning, and Ben just screaming, run, run, run!
Yeah,
and we're looking at the TV. It's obvious there's no way he could run through this.
So you like waited for the walk sign, and you're in the crosswalk.
Well, because that was the
Mr. Safety.
Yeah, I show up. I'm just figuring. I'm like, all right, they're all lined up here. Where's the easiest spot for me to hide where I don't blow my spot up? And the subway station is right across the street, so I'm figuring, all right, I could duck in there. The minute they go live, hopefully either I'll have the light or there won't be a lot of traffic.
Yeah.
But I got screwed. So.
Yeah, it was.
We need a roll-up sign. It's hard because they see you coming with a sign, right?
Well,
You need a sign? You need a roll-up sign.
Plus, when it's windy like it is today, it's hard just to control that friggin' thing with the phone in your shoulder.
Yeah, but in general, the sign has worked. I mean, the guy has pulled
but
off
now
so many.
we might have to go to some different tactics.
They see it across the street. It's hard to get across the street.
Yeah, at the beginning, before they were onto it, the sign was it worked. But now we might need a roll-up sign.
All right.
But that might flap in the breeze too much. We need one of those. You ever see those tents that are like a hoop, and you throw it and it goes, boom, and it's all of a sudden it's a tent? We need one of those to just throw in the shot. I was also thinking of getting vans and putting Opie and Anthony on the roof and trying to drive into helicopter overhead shots at crime scenes. We just have to change our tactics a little.
Would it be
I think the direct frontal assault isn't going to work anymore.
Would it be stupid to suggest that we throw a net over a reporter?
A net? Yeah, that would be very stupid to even suggest we throw a net over a reporter.
Just a net, that's all.
No.
Not a butterfly net, just a
no, there's
big
no
oversized.
net. Like a ballistic net gun.
How about if the net is just wacky?
Bags.
It's a wacky net.
It doesn't. You know something? There's no net wacky enough to keep the lawsuits from rolling in after you throw a net over somebody. I don't care who they are.
By the way, how long ago did we do the Sex for Sam stunt?
God,
Obviously changing
67?
subjects really fast here.
68? I remember it was before the Tet Offensive.
Is it over 3 years ago now? It is, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
3 years, September, October, 3 years, 3 months, more or less. They're still mentioning it in the paper.
Yeah, it's that.
They're doing a story today
tagline.
on the fact that XM threw their country station on one of the FMs here in New York, if that makes sense. They basically the country station that we have on XM is being heard on a commercial station here in New York for a couple of days because they're doing the Country Music Awards.
Oh.
In New York City on WNYE 91.5, Highway 16 is simulcasting. The public radio station is partnering with XM and the Country Music Awards for the next 3 days.
Country music is alive and well in New York.
It's a promotion to give New Yorkers a chance to hear country music on the radio, and the first time XM has ever been heard on FM.
Ooh.
That's a communique from John Anthony.
Ah.
I hope they're running Opie and Anthony commercials.
On the country station?
Why not? It's
Dude,
our backyard, man.
Just stop.
Well, why not?
Even if they were running it on the country station, that they pulled them off for this little thing, so we are not heard on it. Of course they pulled it.
Well, why don't we broker a deal where we have an edited version of the Opie and Anthony show on an FM here in New York City for a few days? That would create some talk.
Because that would be
ELO.
really smart.
ELO, that would create a lot of talk.
Yeah.
Sure, there's some silly little station out there that will accept that.
Silly.
Maybe a little college station or something.
Something in the end of the spectrum, somewhere between microwave oven and satellite.
You want to compete with Free
telemetry.
FM? Are you crazy? The lineup they have coming.
I know, Jimmy, but have some courage.
I want nothing to do with that. I'm not competing
Free
with that.
FM. Gonna fight them.
That lineup they got coming. Oh boy.
We got a battle ahead of us, but we'll fight them. We'll fight that Free FM.
David Lee Roth.
Woo!
I know. It's scary just to say it, isn't it?
And they got David Lee Roth.
Yeah, and then the powerhouse.
Adam Carolla by himself.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, that's gonna work.
That's a good one.
Well, that's L.A. Thank God. But I'm saying here, like,
hey, let's concentrate on half the country,
yeah.
please, or maybe even just a third, just the East, please.
We'll take on your Free FM. So they do a little article, a huge article actually, in the Daily News here in New York about what I just read. how there's no country station here in New York City. And then, like, in the middle of the article, they have to, like, talk about our Sex for Sam thing.
Really?
It's a stretch.
How did we fit in?
It's a stretch. Basically, I guess what they're trying to say is when we fucked up at WNEW and went bye-bye, that was a perfect opportunity to turn that station into country music. But what does that have to do with anything at this point?
Who wrote that? Anyone we know?
Hinckley.
Oh, Hinckley? Well,
yeah.
That's why.
Do you not like this show?
Well, I don't know what to get from him. Whenever we see him, like, out and about, he's very cordial and everything, but anytime he writes about us, it's only about that Sex for Sam thing.
Yeah,
That's like all he ever brings up.
He's not a bad guy. He's just old school.
I don't think he's very in touch with what's going on in radio, to tell you the truth.
No. To him, you know, when Abbey Road came out, that was it. There was never another album that came out that was good.
Why do they
He's
even
one of those
report
guys.
radio in the newspaper?
Huh?
I don't even know why they report radio in the newspaper.
It's
got to just be thankless to be the radio reporter. You walk around in the Daily News building or the Post building, and you're like, there he goes, the radio reporter. You know, they're just like looking at him and going, this guy is like one more technological jump closer to unemployment. Like, they're just not going to report on it anymore.
Who's lower, radio guy or crossword puzzle guy?
Is there even a guy? Or the bridge guy. You know, the guy that like writes the bridge column?
Right.
Oh, queen to your left? Or, like, I don't even understand the game. And that's like a horrible... These are... Can't you put ads in those spaces and make a little money?
I've been thinking about that for years. You know, reading the newspaper every day. There's so much shit in here, and you got to think. You know, you're looking for an audience for all this stuff.
Yeah.
How many people are reading the Queen left
bridge? Let me.
Thing?
Whoa, I'm buying the paper. Throw the rest away. Give me the bridge page, because I got to know what to do if I just drew a King Jack Queen bridge. What fucking year is this? What century is this? Bridge. Unbelievable that they still have the Brit. Oh, yes, yeah, I read Gridlock Sam all the time. Gridlock Sam. Sam Schwartz.
My
God. He lets you know where the traffic is.
Okay.
Dude, when is the paper printed? Is this guy a fucking psychic? Wouldn't he be better to tell you what the lotto numbers are going to be than where traffic might be in the morning when the fucking paper comes out? I predict a tractor-trailer jackknife on the FDR.
But it's Gridlock Sam.
It's Sam Schwartz, and he knows everything.
He certainly does.
Why would you put a traffic reporter in the newspaper?
What are you reading this while you're driving? You have the folded up paper? Hey, what's this accident? It doesn't say anything about this in the paper. What a dope.
Gridlock Sam says I should avoid... Oh, he was right. Fucking this Sam is great. I'm going to get on the park. No, I'm not. And Sam said I shouldn't. Traffic in the paper. Yeah, they're just these... And they're not on one page. Like, they intersperse them throughout the newspaper.
Yeah, I'm trying to find some more. But basically, getting back to the country thing that we discussed here, then out of nowhere it just says, and low ratings alone aren't enough to trigger that urge to get a country station here in New York City.
Yeah.
While WNEW is on the rise now, it was basically dead air after the August 2002 St. Patrick's scandal blew Opie and Anthony away.
Oh, yeah.
But Parent Infinity never seemed to seriously consider trying country. You'd think that was the big opportunity, says Tom Taylor, editor of the newsletter Inside Radio. If WNEW didn't go country, then it's unlikely it's going to happen anytime soon.
That's what your XM satellite radio's for.
All right. Oh, then
you want the country, you got the country.
Now I'm looking for other things in the paper that are a waste of time.
Yeah, well, the paper,
like who's doing wordy-gurdy every day?
Wordy-gurdy?
Wordy-gurdy.
Oh, but you don't know entertainment, so you've done the wordy-gurdy. What is wordy-gurdy? What, the little puzzle? Oh,
basically it's two words that rhyme, right?
Oh. Like obese feline.
Right?
No. Wait, what? No.
Would be a fat cat.
Oh! Wow. Well, I didn't know we had a wordy-gurdy pro here in the studio. Let me just step back.
We have a wordy-gurdy.
Wordy-gurdy.
I forgot that my brother only leaves his house twice a year. He has plenty of time to be an expert at all this stuff.
Ah, I get it.
Do you know what an obese primate is?
Shut up.
What? It's a chunky monkey, remember?
Right, you said that.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Oh, wow. There you go. I guess Wordy-Gurdy's sweeping the nation everywhere.
Wordy-Gurdy.
Search for a litters...
You were going with somewhere else there, Jimmy. You scared me.
Oh, no. It's a bigger...
Why don't we play Wordy-Gurdy today?
Mm-hmm.
Search for a litter's littlest.
What?
Search for a litter's...
Runt hunt.
Littlest.
Yes.
Runt hunt.
That's right.
Very good.
Oh, I got it. There you go, Mr. Wordy-Gurdy.
Policeman's karate blows.
Cops chops.
Cops chops.
Had the cops part.
See, that one was when I was in the finals of the Wordy-Gurdy last year. They
that?
used that one,
God
so
damn
I
it.
remembered it.
Finals.
Fucking idiot.
Wordy-Gurdy stinks.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Wait, what rhymes with kill yourself, both of you?
Wordy-Gurdy. All right.
Well, I did see you doing the Sudoku.
Sudoku.
This is taken off.
No, it hasn't.
Yes, it has.
No, it hasn't.
Look how big it is now. It's half the page. Now the crossword is now only half the page, and Sudoku is now half the page.
There's a girl on the set. She's a stand-in, and she does those all day. She has a book of those Sudoku things, and she asked me if I wanted to do one. I wanted to throw the book at her.
Hey, someone explain what Sudoku is?
It's like Bukkake, only with numbers. What is Sudoku?
It's a bunch of numbers, right?
Yeah, and they have to add up to a certain amount in each square.
Yeah.
It's basically,
Mr. Soto, you did it, Wordy-Gurdy.
it's basically a logic puzzle.
Is it?
Chinks thinks.
I enjoy the crypto quote.
Crypto
but
quote?
only Newsday has that, I think. It's each letter is a different letter. You have to decode it just based on the format of the paragraph. I do those whenever I get the chance. Try doing one without a pen one day. That's a challenge, my friend. You can't fill in anything. You just look at it and do it. Did that once. Had nothing to do all day. Took me 8 hours.
How about this? No.
How about a big fat no? I don't want to be smarter.
We were going through the paper
I don't want to
today
exercise my brain.
and just getting annoyed. And not even at what we're digging at now. With
Oh yeah.
Sudoku.
No, what you just heard for the last 15 minutes was off the cuff stuff.
Oh, that
from
was
your
all
pals
fresh
Opie,
stuff.
Anthony and Jim Norton.
Like the WB on a fresh Opie and Anthony.
We were just trying out fresh material,
Right.
for everybody, working it
The
out
cuff.
live on the air. So then the 10 other times we do this discussion will get better and better.
Right. You know, I
We
think
really stink.
I think by 2008 we'll have this discussion down.
All right, go ahead, Anthony.
Well, we were kind of going through, and the Post was just pissing me off. I wanted to jump.
Well, the New York Post used to be a newspaper. I don't know. Is it a newspaper still?
No, it's like the Inquirer, things like that. It's all sensationalism.
A lot of tabloid type of
Tabloid.
stuff. I need a newspaper here in New York that's somewhere in between the New York Post and the New York Times. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, Times is too much.
Times is ridiculous.
They leave that in front of your hotel room door.
Ugh.
I just step over it.
It's cumbersome. It's heavy.
It's wordy-gurdy.
All words.
Too many
Words, block words, block words, block words. Yuck.
And what's with the Fred Flintstone camera pictures they have in there too? They look like they've been chiseled in rock. We've had the camera for quite a few years. How about putting a photograph in there instead of some stipple drawing in ink? You got to see the guy that writes the story drawn like the bird, putting the image on the rock in the Flintstones. Why are they so against a photograph?
Hey, before you get into the Post thing,
Yeah.
a bunch of people have wordy-gurdies for us today.
Oh,
Ellis and Philly, you have a wordy-gurdy?
Yes, I do.
All right.
Baby Thinker.
Baby thinker.
Or Baby Sinker?
Baby Thinker.
Thinker.
Baby Sink, S-I-N-K, like what Bob Fox was saying. Baby Sinker.
Oh, Sinker.
Sinker. Baby Sinker.
Scott Peterson.
No, it has to rhyme, Jimmy.
Has to rhyme, Jimmy.
Oh.
Hey, wait, get the
Oh, right.
Baby Sinker.
Baby Sinker.
Baby Sinker. We're going to play wordy-gurdy today. Ooh, I'm all excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Tot Clot.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know.
Any other guesses?
You got to work these out.
Wait a minute. Baby Sinker.
Baby Sinker.
That's tough.
Anchor.
Baby Sinker. Oh.
Connor Goner?
Yeah, that's
got it.
Oh,
the
Connor.
expert got it.
Good one.
Wow.
Nice.
Connor Goner.
Excellent.
He threw me with Sinker, though. I was thinking of, like, weight, bobber, anchor, something like that. Connor Goner. I had the Connor, but I couldn't get the Goner.
Well, let's be honest.
Wordy-gurdy.
Maybe I didn't get a rhyme, but...
Yeah, you had the Connor. Who didn't? Although you could have had the 5 little kids there in the bathtub, or you could have had the 2 in the minivan.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, it looks like the listeners are attempting to take over the show. This happens every once in a while.
Every so often.
Let's say hi to Troy. Troy?
What's up, fellas?
Hey.
Hi.
An African-American truck driver.
All right.
Oh, my God. All right. African-American truck driver.
Something rigger.
I know. No.
Yeah.
A brother trucker.
Oh, that doesn't rhyme.
Oh.
You are the worst wordy-gurdy
I don't
guy
play
ever.
wordy. Sorry.
Oh. You're wordy awful.
I'm wordy nerdy. LOL.
All right, yeah, we know what that one is, you idiot.
Let's go to cigars and scotch. Cigars and scotch? Huh?
Hurl a midget.
Hello?
Hurl.
Hurl?
Hurl a midget.
Oh, hurl a midget.
A midget.
Well, start
I
the
know
music.
it. Toss Voss.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We got some experts in the studio.
Voss.
All right, while we screen the
Wow.
calls, let's say hi to No Filter Paul real fast. No Filter Paul, what's going on today?
Good morning, guys.
Sorry you didn't win the Assault on the Media contest yesterday.
Well, yep, we've got a whole month ahead of us, right?
Yes.
I really thought you had it finally.
Yeah, I thought that the national one would give me a few points, but
And you
the other
guys
guys got longer on screen, so I give
you
them
guys have become obsessed with the Assault on the Media thing.
Oh, yeah, we're not even done today yet. Oh, my God.
You guys have like a whole thing going on, bragging rights, and it's getting nuts.
It's a lot of fun. I'm just waiting for the first assault of one of us. So, anyway, the reason I was calling, I just wanted to remind everyone tonight is the Cringe Humor Show at the Laugh Factory.
At the Laugh Factory, Patrick and those guys are putting on. They moved from the stupid Laugh Lounge at the Laugh Factory on 42nd. It's I'm doing a spot. Colin Quinn's doing a spot. Voss and Bonnie are doing spots. And I'm trying to get Nathaniel on the show, too. I want to see if we can get our own fan on there in a few minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, definitely give him a few minutes.
Yeah,
tonight.
I'm sure Patrick would do it. I just
Look
forgot
at
to mention it. But
Making stars.
What?
That's what you're doing.
Fan's a good boy.
You're a star maker.
A disheveled ass. I saw him last night at the cellar. Just
Oh, really?
Sitting there tired, but he's just having too much fun to go home.
Was he waiting to get on?
No. Just hanging out.
No, the cellar stuff.
All lonely.
Yeah.
CringeHumor.net. And
Yeah.
the Cringe Humor comedy shows at the
Laugh Factory tonight,
Tonight.
which is on 42nd Street. And I don't know who else is on the show besides Kyle, myself, Voss, and Bonnie. I don't know who else it is.
It's hosted by that Mark Anthony Ramirez guy.
Okay.
And the phone number for tickets is 212-586-7829, extension 1. And I'll be giving out stickers like anyone cares.
All right, sweetie.
All right, thanks, No
All
Filter.
right, buddies.
Bye,
See you
Paul.
later.
See you tonight.
See you
All
later.
right, let's say hi to Jeremy.
I'm funny.
How you doing, guys?
What's up?
I thought it was
I thought.
Did you?
All right, I got one for you. Low T-cell count Norton.
Uh-oh.
Well, hit the music.
Yeah, and I can't think.
Low T-cell count Norton.
Oh, that's right. Can you stop whispering, Hawk? You probably got it. Can you please have a little gumption?
Skinny Jimmy.
All right, hold on. Dude.
Yeah.
What is it?
Trim Jim.
Trim Jim. Skinny Jimmy?
That doesn't rhyme,
Hawk.
shit toes.
Oh, my
Stop!
God.
Stop with your you have wintergreen gum on your
What
lip.
are you? You're a...
You nervous creep.
Oh.
Did he try to blow a bubble?
He certainly did. Skinny Jimmy, and it's like all over his lower lip.
And tuck in those goddamn pajamas.
He was all confident.
You're a mess.
He's giving the answer, blowing a bubble at the same time. Bubble ends up all over his face.
Trim Jim. Skinny Jimmy was a pretty good guess,
No,
though.
it wasn't. It doesn't rhyme.
But he tried. He's a good boy. He's busy over there. Rifling through things and misplacing everything.
Well,
a break.
We got a couple coming in through the instant feedback.
Yes, I saw a few of those.
Long Island Cop G, his wordy-gurdy, kicking a female in the groin.
Yes.
Wait,
we can figure that one out.
Kicking a female in the groin.
Chick kick.
That's
Very
it.
good. There you go.
Gotta be it.
That's got to be it. Okay.
Any suggestions, Hawk?
Yeah.
No?
How about gal boot?
Dweezler from somewhere in California. Bug on Patrice O'Neill.
A bug on Patrice O'Neill.
Well, I know they sometimes call bugs chiggers.
Well, that's a type of bug, but that's kind of a reach.
Oh.
Yeah, boy, there's a lot of those. God, you guys are so fucking unoriginal.
John from your mom's box. Here's a wordy-gurdy for you. What you're doing right now sucks.
What we're doing right now sucks.
Okay, wait.
What's his name?
Killer Filler?
Well, he doesn't use the wordy-gurdy format, but
What's
his
his
answer
name?
is, this bit is shit.
What's his name?
John Finberg.
Finberg.
Let's go to Poconos.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, Frank?
How about a bulimic stalker patty?
I don't know.
Virgin.
Virgin. Oh, and then he goes, oh.
All right. Santa Claus, we'll end with you. What do you have?
Chest log.
Chest log.
Chest log.
400?
Not asking for prices. Playing wordy-gurdy, Jimmy.
Oh. Just slipped out.
Chest log. Oh, tit shit.
Shitty titty. Very good.
Well,
You ain't got it.
right.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Have a good day, boys.
I missed her.
So anyway, getting back to the New York Post.
Oh, that's where
and
we
how
were.
annoyed you were.
Yeah. Because they play wordy-gurdy on all their headlines.
Well, I'm so glad with all with everything that's going on in the world that the New York Post had to have the headline today on the front page.
Yeah.
Meet Puggle, the hottest dog in New York.
Opie, the Puggle is perhaps the most adorable thing on the face of this earth. And it has made it to the front page.
Because
What
there's
are we
nothing else
talking about
going on in the
Puggle?
world or in New York City
I
today.
have a wordy-gurdy.
Yeah?
To hug a cute dog.
Yes, Jimmy?
No, I'm not telling you.
Hug.
No.
Puggle.
Snuggle Puggle.
Snuggle Puggle.
I like wordy-gurdy.
Hate wordy-gurdy.
Can't stand Hurdy.
Hurdy?
I stopped myself.
Hurdy-gurdy.
Hurdy-gurdy. Jesus. All right. So, well, there you go. The front page of the paper today. It's Meet Puggle, the hottest dog in New York.
We were talking about this a while ago.
This is
These
cute.
These are hybrid dogs. They mix a couple of dogs together and give it a new name.
Right.
Golden Retriever Poodle is a Golden Doodle.
Mm-hmm.
The Cocker Spaniel Poodle is a Cockapoo.
Mm-hmm.
Lhasa Apso Poodle, a Lhasa Poo, and the Havanese and Bichon Frise is a Havishon. What?
And the Mastiff Chihuahua is a dead Chihuahua.
The Pug and the Beagle has made the Puggle. Albeit it is a pug, but his nose doesn't look as pushed in. He's got a little beagle head.
Hey, can we do the same thing with interracial marriage?
I was just thinking of that.
Oh, you were.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, please find this. Oh, no need to panic.
I haven't used that one in quite a while.
Oh, it's a gem.
Yeah.
This is a cute little dog.
Isn't it? It's adorable.
Well, if they're doing it with interbreeding of dogs, I guess we could do that with humans, can't we?
Jim,
Yeah.
Cute. You pick up a pug, you do this to it.
Aww.
Right at the top of the head, you give a little scratch. You punch him. A little dog face.
God damn it.
What? Take your time. There's no rush.
What are you looking for? Maybe I have
These
it.
are in no real good order. I need order!
What are you looking for, though? Maybe I have it.
No, I'm looking for some kind of conglomerated...
Just something.
That's what I mean.
Some kind of clip for, Uh-oh. Hawk to the rescue.
Oh.
Hawk, what do you think, Hawk? You know what we're talking about?
Wait, let me look behind me.
Right.
There it is. The moment. It's way back there
Oh,
somewhere.
no, it's not. It's perfect.
The moment that it could have been.
Yeah.
And ask them if they want to help save this country from the onslaught of integration. You know, the system is they want to throw white children and colored children into the melting pot of integration, out of which will come a conglomerated, mulatto, mongrel class of people. Both races will be destroyed in such a movement. I, for one, under God, will die before I'll yield 1 inch to that kind of a movement.
Both puppies will be destroyed.
Thomas from Long Island.
Little pug-nosed beagle and pug.
Thomas from Long Island, who's yelling at us through the instant feedback.
What?
We know it wasn't chick kick, you ass.
Oh, my goodness.
Did he really think it was chick kick?
Holy shit.
Wow.
You, sir, are a literal dummy.
See, we did a little spin on the obvious answer, you ass.
What's his name?
I don't remember.
People are breeding humans.
Okay.
What would a spogook be? I don't get it. Spogook.
Hey, man, if they could do it with dogs.
Yeah.
Well, let's say Dwayne in New Jersey. What a fucking weird way to start a radio show. Dwayne, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, boys?
Hey.
I got a little breed for you. A little cross between the blacks and the Puerto Ricans. A little Afro-Ricans.
Afro-Rican?
Yeah, Afro-Ricans.
Yeah. That's a common breed here in the city.
Hey, boys,
See them walking around. Sure. Afro-Rican.
They actually call themselves Blatinos.
Do they?
Yes.
Blatino?
Blatino.
That's nice.
That's very interesting. So you got the New York Post. Their front page today is Meet Puggle, the hottest dog in New York.
Adorable.
And then the story's on page 3.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how this works in the paper, right? The more important stories are at the front, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, quickly go in on the Post. Go to, I don't know, a page deep into the paper.
I see a Rosa Parks funeral.
Well, no. Well, that's what I was going to get at. The New York Post has decided today.
Yeah.
Not only that the Puggle's so important, it has to be on the front page of the New York Post today. Meet Puggle, the hottest dog in New York.
Uh-huh.
The placement in the paper, the story's on page 3, and Rosa Parks' funeral is on page 4.
A dog got better coverage
than Rosa
than
Parks.
Rosa Parks. What is this nation coming to?
It shows there is justice today.
Oh,
Jesus. Jesus, Eric.
My goodness. Star-studded. The Clintons came out.
Yeah.
Aretha Franklin sang.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And they see a little wreath here with a bus on it. Who, like, let the fucking people. That seems inappropriate, but she's dead, and they put a little bus on her wreath. Known for that. Yeah, how many black people do you think before Rosa got on the bus, said, fuck this, I'm not sitting in the back, I'm taking this seat, sat down, and just got the shit beat out of them, got thrown off the bus, and just, forgotten as just that fucking guy we kicked the shit out of on the bus. Like Rosa Parks, it happened before her.
It did.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think she worked for the NAACP, and actually it happened a week before or something. I don't know the exact story, but I think she worked for the NAACP and almost did it knowing she was going to get arrested to kind of get something moving.
Yeah, civil disobedience.
Yeah.
But like there's some guy that's just out here going, "No, motherfucker, I did it. That was a year before Rosa Parks ever set foot on that goddamn bus. And I sat in one of them seats to beat the goddamn tar out of my ass. I got nothing. I ain't gonna get no goddamn funeral with no big bus and a wreath and fucking ex-presidents kissing each other and Aretha Franklin singing my praises. I got the tar beat out of my ass." You know it happened.
Had to.
But she's, she was just the one that was there maybe when, it'll get a little publicity. That shit like that happens all the time. Happens in front of a news camera, photographer, and all of a sudden it's a big deal.
I got beat up first. Hoo.
She ripping me off. Tell him, Fred. Hoo. Well, Yambag in North Carolina has something after
Yambag?
this. Yambag. The Yambag, yes.
You guys are missing the point here, man. She stood up and said, "I'm not sitting in the back of the bus." So guess what they did? They put her in the back of the fucking paper.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my.
You guys.
Sure.
Why do we?
That was a little mean.
Why?
Sure.
All right, so getting back to the New York Post. Anthony made a great observation. This is how we bring it all around, hopefully.
I think if they spent more time and energy on actually reporting the news than they did trying to come up with clever little headlines that tie into the story in some way, shape, or form. Quickly, you don't even have to go that far. I see Chop Shop Flop. That's a story of a car theft ring, and I guess they got arrested for screwing up something. Chop Shop Flop. It's those kind of headlines that make me want to drive down to the Post and open fire with my brand new AR-15.
We'll talk about that in your dump after the break.
In my dump.
Holy crap.
But, you know the soup Nazi from Seinfeld?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he has a soup place here in the city. Just opened up. And what's the headline? Soupy sales. Yes, Jimmy. Soupy, soup-y, soupy sales. But that's not enough for the story. 40-minute wait as Nazi does a bisque business. Wow. Broth brown shirts couldn't be nicer. Look at that.
That's cute. Didn't they slaughter 6 million people a few years ago?
But now it's soup Nazi.
Now it's just cute.
It's very cute.
Now it's just a line waiting for soup.
No dignity for you. And then they take your clothes and fillings.
This whole thing, why, where is the outrage? It's just a bunch of people waiting online for the soup Nazi.
Soup Nazi. Has anyone ever...
And one big line.
Seinfeld got away with everything.
Well, that's not even bad that they call him a soup Nazi. Just because Nazi's become this word meaning you're a ball buster, you're an irritant. But the paper to do... Here it says broth brown shirts. Couldn't be nicer.
Yeah. Yeah, now that's really bringing it in beyond just the term that Nazi has taken, like Jimmy said. It could be a ball buster. This guy's a real fucking Nazi to work for.
Right.
But bringing... Like brown shirts.
Yeah.
That's bringing it in, to the... traditional term Nazi.
How about people, quote, showered, unquote, with good soup?
Oh. Wow.
Jesus Christ.
You can't crystal knock this soup.
Anyway.
And they're trying to keep the Holocaust of it down. Why, is that any different than what they're doing?
No
it's okay.
That's just it, Jimmy.
All right, you're making some fine points today.
Exactly.
On the same page, wow.
And look at the name. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Cynthia Killian. Boy, that's the woman's name. kind of morbid. That's how you want talking about your food.
This page 11.
Botulism.
Page 11 on the Post has all sorts of things going on. Because
they're full of it, yeah.
Another story, I don't know, did I just wake up from a coma? What year is this? Is it like 2050?
No, it's 2005.
And why does this story read, the headline, Flying Car Teen Dies of Crash Injuries?
Obviously,
they invented flying cars overnight?
Propelled somehow into the future this morning. We didn't even know when it happened, but we've been propelled into the future, and there is a flying car now.
It says it right there, Flying Car Teen Dies of Crash Injuries.
Flying Car Teen. Now, I read that headline and assumed that there was a flying car. and perhaps it fell from the sky. What happened? What was the actual story? Do you know? Does it involve a big bear driving to work in the morning?
An unlicensed teenage driver at the wheel of a speeding car that skidded off a Queen Street and flew 50 feet before crashing died from his injuries yesterday.
Go! There he goes. Flying car team.
Trunk was filled with honey and pornography.
He was sitting perfectly straight up in the seat, buckled in.
And then on the same page...
Yeah, another one of these headlines.
Buck stops here in deer invasion.
Ah.
This is a sick story out of Arkansas, actually.
Of course it is.
For 40 exhausting minutes, Wayne Goldsberry battled the buck with his bare hands in his daughter's bedroom. Goldsberry finally subdued the 5-point white-tailed deer that crashed through a bedroom window at his daughter's home Friday. When it was over, blood splattered the walls, and the deer lay dead on the floor, its neck broken. Holy shit.
This guy must be a monster.
What a bad motherfucker. 40 minutes.
40 minutes he battled it and cracked its neck. I just picture that scene from King Kong where he's fighting the dinosaur. Just opens its mouth up and cracks its jaw. Did he sit there and flop his head around? Just a monster this guy must be.
He hears the glass break, so he investigates whatever, and then the article ends. Goldsberry entered the bedroom to confront the deer, and after a brief struggle emerged to tell his wife to call the police. Wow.
Goldsberry sore from the struggle.
Oh, okay, yeah. And then he... all right, so he struggled a little bit, left the bedroom, told his wife to call the police, then went back in to do more battle.
Yeah, do a little more battle. And Goldsberry, sore from the struggle, dragged the dead animal out of his house. Just get out of my cave. That's great. But again, the headline, Buck stops here.
But then there was a few more, right?
Oh, it doesn't stop there.
Where was the other ones we saw?
It would have been good to highlight them, I guess, but we were too busy laughing.
Yeah, we just laugh and laugh.
Oh, no. I know there wasn't just two. It couldn't have just been... Oh, here it was. Yes, we all know there was a big fire here in New York, in Chelsea, in a parking garage. Remember? Ben came running in saying it was near my house. Tom Brady. Well, the headline, Cartastrophe. Because it's a parking garage, Opie, that went into flames. It was a cartastrophe. That is such a stretch. Such a reach. Did the guy did they walk around the post going, Cartastrophe, dude? That was me this morning. Catch you for lunch, babe. Cartastrophe. Hey, your Cartastrophe made it. Yeah, remember I called you last night? Said Cartastrophe?
I got one more for you, Anthony.
Yeah.
Lewd awakening for a vacuum guy. This is a weird story.
Lewd awakening, of course, would be a play on rude awakening.
Maybe he's just Asian.
A former Electrolux salesman and performer who invites the audience to vacuum... what? A former Electrolux salesman and performer who invites the audience to vacuum him on stage has been charged with making more than 400 lewd calls to a Queens hotel. This guy, Eugene, he's 47, from Woodside, allegedly called a Ramada Inn in Bayside. Ready for this?
Yeah.
30 times a day between last December 28th and January 12th. 30 times
30
a day.
times.
Asking the receptionist to perform sexual favors for him with a vacuum and her long hair.
What kind of favors could you give with a vacuum and long hair?
I don't know.
Well, I think we know where the vacuum part, that's covered. What would
you think you would actually use the vacuum like that?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
but if you got a girl there...
Maybe she'll do it. Like, you lay there like a rug. He's probably into being trampled. And
is that a fetish?
Of course
Trampling?
it is. Yes. Being stepped on. Just girls stepping on you, trampling their fetish videos.
I've heard of the high heel thing in the nut sack.
Yeah.
Like guys that like that being... But there's a whole trampling thing where...
Yeah.
Guys
silly.
Are fucking disturbed.
I think Mr. Jefferson had that.
What's weird about this article, the receptionist?
Yeah.
What was she waiting for? 30 times a day.
Maybe she was into it. And then
For
it got
pretty
out
much
of hand.
like it was like 2 weeks straight, 30 times a day.
Or maybe it was a joke at first, and then just
and
got
then
really
she finally
annoying.
called the police.
Fucking vacuum guy calling again.
Maybe she was just that bored with her job there at the Ramada.
A-Rod Flap has card parlors folding That's a good one. A-Rod been at these poker places here in New York City, and they don't want him doing it anymore because it's almost like he's endorsing this, and of course they're illegal. Here's one of my favorites, Opie. Do you know there's a new award out? It's for pushcart vendors. It's called the Vendies, the first annual Vendy Awards.
Okay.
Where these savages that serve you disgusting food on the streets are going to be getting awards for the best specialty item. I guess they'll have different categories for the Vendy Awards. And the headline, Eat 'em and Reap. See, read 'em and weep, eat 'em and reap. And I think the only thing that actually is the same is Everything else they kind of reached on. Babille Brothers, Rolf and Wolfgang, serve up fare at West 54th Street between 5th and 6th. 10 types of bratwurst, topped with sauerkraut and sautéed onions, Bavarian meatballs, Berliner potatoes, and cabbage soup. That's up for a Vendy, Opie. Then we have Thiru Kumar over there in Washington Square Park. His cart specialties is masala dosas, steamed lentil patties, fresh vegetable soup, samosas, and samosas. Other specialties, halal chicken, basmati rice. Who's eating this? Here's grilled chicken and rice. Satskaki sauce. Skakis? Mozzarella sandwiches, salads. That's from Tony Dragons out on Madison Avenue. But they're doing the Vendies.
And it's on like page 3 of the Daily News
The
today.
last time I ever ate out of a cart in the city had to be NEW. Yeah, it was like hot dogs. That's it.
A hot dog's good every once in a while from a vendor, right?
No.
Why not? Let's go to Paul on Long Island. Paul?
Hey, Ed, you're missing the best part of the post, the weird but true. It's like a little, 6 little blurbs of, like, these crazy stories.
Oh, yeah, they just started that.
Yeah. That's entertaining.
There's some good
Yeah.
stories. All right, we'll go look
That's
at
boys.
Weird but True for
That's
today
them
in the
trying.
New York Post.
That's them trying to compete with the internet, though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Rick in New Jersey?
Yeah, talking about the Post, y'all completely missed yesterday, right next to the article about the rapist firemen, they had a full-page picture of Lindsay Lohan in a sexy fireman's costume.
Oh, yeah. Saw that one. That was really hot.
About the irony.
Well, they do that on purpose,
Mhm.
of course.
That's why I think they put the puggle on the cover of the Post, and the huge headline says "Hunted," because they're looking for the fireman, the guy that dressed as a fireman and raped the woman. But it almost looks like they're hunting for this little puggle.
Or they're just hunting puggles
Hunting
in general.
puggle. Like they're puggle hunting.
They're good to eat or something.
Puggle season. Good eating. They're tender.
Yeah, they've just discovered they're good eating.
Tender little guy. Kick It line.
Daily News
Yeah.
cover.
Radio City Music Hall, the Rockettes striking.
Kick it.
All right.
Kick it.
Well, that was a good hour of radio.
Oh, there we go.
Congratulations to everybody. It was
Three to go.
It was very good all around. You want to play Drildo?
Drildo, we did promise.
For the new listeners.
Yeah. We haven't played this in a long time, so there are a lot of new listeners.
We played this a lot when we first got to satellite radio because we needed to know what satellite radio could do.
Yeah. You buy a sports car, what do? You take it out 2 in the morning on one of the parkways and just floor it.
Sure.
That's what we did with satellite radio.
Right.
This is the equivalent of taking a Ferrari out on the road and just gassing it.
And there are people that ask, is there anything you can't do on satellite radio? We really don't know yet. We do know you can do this.
Yeah.
And we do know this is the furthest we've gone so far with satellite radio.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe we throw this out there today and see if anyone could beat this.
Give it a try.
Well, because when you
hurt
talk about the
yourself,
Opie and
though.
Anthony show and satellite radio and how far you can take it, this thing is the leader, right?
Yeah.
Have we done anything else that's...
Well,
Bigger than
audio-wise,
this.
I would say audio-wise, yeah. You know, because they weren't, unfortunately, not here in the studio doing it.
Right.
But we've seen things in the studio that have been pretty intense.
Right.
But as far as what you hear over the airwaves, yeah, this one's pretty good.
All right. Well, just throw it in the back of your heads out there. If you think you could beat this as far as the Opie and Anthony show goes and how far you can take satellite radio, give it a shot.
Listen to her sexy accent through this whole thing. Oh, is that horrible?
What's the setup on this again?
It's
one of our faithful listeners, right?
Yeah.
What?
Robification from Whackbag, I believe.
And an ex-girlfriend?
And an ex-girlfriend got together. He had put a dildo on a Sawzall, a reciprocating saw, and was using it on her. We don't recommend this because we've seen some guys bring in devices that
was
are
all
supposed
the
to
rage.
be dildos.
After we did this, it was all the rage. People were coming in with their homemade
dildo. And this one guy goes, "Dude, I made a dildo, dude." And he comes in and starts working it. And what he had done is nothing more than epoxy a dildo on the end of a Sawzall blade.
Yeah.
And as he's doing it, thank God he wasn't using it on a girl, but as he's doing it and the dick is flopping around, the Sawzall blade came tearing through the side of the plastic penis. It just would have disemboweled her. Oh. What a sight that would have been, huh?
Yeah. What an ass.
Nice 8-inch Sawzall blade right through some woman's uterus.
All right, especially for the new listeners, here it is.
Mm-hmm.
The drill dough bit.
Oh, God. Yeah, I want the drill. Oh, please.
Should I turn it on?
Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, God, I want the whole thing. Oh, my God. Oh, fuck. Oh, God, I'm in Philly. Oh, my God, I'm in Philly. Oh, oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Oh, I'm in Philly. Oh, God, don't stop.
What's the matter?
Oh, my God.
What did I just do to you?
Treated me like a whore.
How'd I do that?
By using the drill on me.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, fuck me with it. Oh, yeah. Oh, oh my God. Oh, my God. Oh, fuck me. Oh, my God. Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck. Fuck yeah. Oh, God. Oh, my God. You are. Oh, my God. Don't stop treating me like a whore. Please.
You know what you are?
Oh, my God, yes. Oh, God. Oh, yes. Fuck.
No.
Oh, please. Please fuck me.
No.
Please fuck me. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
I think you're done for today.
No, please.
No.
Please, just a little more. Just a drill on me a little more.
The drill?
Yeah, just a little more.
You don't like the drill?
No, I want the drill. Please. Yeah.
Only one orgasm?
Oh, yeah.
You promise?
Uh-huh, I promise. Oh, God.
Tell me when to turn it on.
Oh, God, turn it on, please.
How fast?
Full. Oh, fuck! Oh, God! Yes! Oh, that's it! Please, stop! Oh, my God! Oh, fuck yeah! Oh, my God! Filthy lips. Oh, my God! Oh, my God, yeah! Oh, God, don't stop! Don't stop! Oh, God. Oh, yeah.
Okay, sit up.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
I think the windows are open.
Are they? Oh, God.
You're kind of loud.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Suck on my cock.
Yeah. Oh, God. Oh. Mm. 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 come on my face. Mom. No, please. I want you to come on my face.
No.
Alright.
Let's listen in on a show prep meeting in the Opie and Anthony laboratory.
Hey guys, anyone want a bagel?
No! Stop ruining the show, Eric.
The Opie and Anthony Show. Feel the love. There is no you, there is only me. There is no you, there is only me. There is no fucking you, there is only me. There is no fucking you, there is only me.
Marcelo, you're next on the Opie and Anthony program.
How's it going?
What do you got today?
That is the most funniest thing I've ever heard on the radio.
Oh, that was the most what?
Intense thing I've ever heard.
Oh,
on
intense.
the radio.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
The drill dough.
The good old drill dough bit.
And, of course, that was a drill that he had used. I said reciprocating saw, but the guy that brought in the reciprocating saw was the saw.
Yeah. Yeah.
The drill dough. Now we're getting these instant feedbacks, which we get every time we've played that. Assholes. Here I am staying at my mom's for one night. All of a sudden, this whore is screaming out of my computer, dicks.
I'm so sorry. That's the most funniest thing in the world. I'm at work right now. I was listening to you guys.
Yeah.
It's the funniest thing ever.
Well, the best is when that type of radio, is on in your office and you're far from your computer because you think you're safe to leave the audio up, and all of a sudden that comes blasting.
Yeah,
you can't get back to your cubicle fast enough.
No.
Yeah, exactly. Everything slows down.
No.
All right, well, there you go. I don't know what this guy's trying to say. Let's see. Hog Beast.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hello.
Yeah,
Happy birthday, Jim.
By the
Oh,
way,
thank you.
at this point in time, no one should ever use their real name when calling this program.
Why?
Yeah,
Why would you?
Why would we go to a call from John?
Hi, I'm Bob.
Yeah.
Who cares?
I'd rather
Ted from Schenectady.
Right, I'd rather take a call from Hog Beast.
Of course you're taking a Hog Beast call. Put Hog Beast right through.
What was the nickname of that chick that was in here when Jimmy was gone? He missed out on a really good one. Her name was Cock Hog or
Cock Hog.
Was it Cock Hog?
Indeed, Cock Hog.
Yes or no, boys? Was
Yeah.
it Cock Hog? Yeah.
Thumbs up on the Cock
We
Hog.
had a girl in here who proudly said her nickname was Cock
Call me
Hog.
Cock
How
Hog.
come? Why isn't Cock Hog here this week?
I don't know, because you're here.
Because you're here. All the
Yeah.
hotness will come back to the show on Monday when
I
we're back
really-
in L.A.
I really am a fucking hotness deterrent.
There's a lot of things we've noticed since Jimmy comes and goes, and one of them is that, man, the girls get hotter
Like
and
day
more
one.
willing
Day one.
when you leave.
Girl came in, a bunch of girls came in, they got completely naked. All three of them did the wiffle bat challenge.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
One named Cock Hog.
Cock Hog.
Oh. Boy, I sure wish I would have caught that. Now.
Oh, Liddy. You're back.
All right. Anyway, so what do you got there, Hog
Liddy.
Beast?
Cock Hog. Isn't that in Long Island? Shh, easy with it.
It's an old
Happy
Indian
birthday,
name.
Jim. I was curious. Are you sure that wasn't the 8-inch blade, the way that woman was carrying on?
No, that was just the drill dough.
Ugh.
She enjoyed it wholeheartedly.
Sounded terrible at certain points.
All
What?
right.
Wow, you know something? You have a great name. And that's
Thank
it.
you.
And that's it.
Yeah, see,
And-
now
and-
now
can I
you're
have a
forcing
contract?
us to go back to boring names.
Now we're going to go back to, like, Jim.
Jim in Tennessee. How
Yes.
It can't get any more boring than a call from Jim from Tennessee.
Or when
fuck.
Jim's in L.A. Go ahead.
No.
Tennessee is one of those. Tennessee is one of those states. What happens there? Does anyone know?
Well, let me tell you.
Hold on there, Jim. We're gonna do a little tangent thing here.
Right?
Okay.
Does anyone in the room know what goes on in Tennessee? Give me something about Tennessee.
Tennessee. Let's see.
Nashville.
Nashville.
All right.
Very big, yes.
A lot
That
of
would
music.
be the big thing.
A lot of country music.
Tennessee. Jack Daniels. No, that's Kentucky, isn't it?
That's Kentucky.
Yes, Kentucky
Is it?
sipping whiskey.
Kentucky whiskey?
Anyone?
Isn't Jack Daniels made in Tennessee, though?
Yeah, it's made in Lynchburg, Tennessee.
Lynchburg, Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
So Jack
Yep.
Daniels
and Nashville.
And the Titans play there.
Oh.
Yeah, big deal.
Right.
Exactly.
But, sir.
Go ahead, Jim.
Anyway, I was calling about that drill dough bit did here a minute ago.
Right.
I go into a repair shop here to drop off a part. I figure, well, fuck, I'm only going to be a minute or two. So I leave the car running with the door open, just run in there, thinking I'm going to be a second.
Oh, no.
Come back out, and here's this bitch on there screaming her fucking head off. Two guys were coming in there. They're standing next to my car laughing their balls off.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Did you inform them that it was the Opie and Anthony show on XM Satellite Radio?
Oh, hell yeah, I did. They come over there and they said, what the fuck are you listening to? I said, XM Satellite Radio, Opie and Anthony 202. And they said, they allow this shit? Because it was like a whole... We're in the Bible Belt in Tennessee, pretty much.
Ah, Bible Belt.
Bible Belt.
Tennessee.
That's what it is
yes.
here.
Yes, we know, sir.
Mm-hmm. But I just figured out how to tell you that.
All right. Thank you, Jim.
All right, guys.
Blue stool.
What's up, guys?
And the ironic thing is it's BLEW.
Blue stool.
What's up, fellas?
What's up?
I was coming through Logansport, Indiana, pulled up in front of this big office building, stopped at the sign, had the drill dough chick screaming her fucking head off, man. These old ladies were, like, dropping their coffee, turning around and looking. The guys are all checking the chicks out like, yeah, come on, honey, come on, let's get inside, get it on.
Yeah, that's what satellite radio can do right there.
All right,
right
rock
there.
on, punching out.
All right, thank you, sir. Anthony, a lot of speculation going on about who I'm going to have lunch with in the very near future. We're negotiating as we speak on the time and the place.
Yes.
Just want to throw another clue out there today. Yeah. This is clue number 2, I guess.
Oh, boy.
Is it a puggle?
I've seen the message board. Wow. The speculation. Running rampant.
Very interesting, by the way. It's so fun to read the speculation thread on Whackbag.
Yeah.
Because you see people figuring it out right in front of your eyes, and then all of a sudden some ass takes the thread this way.
And throws them completely off.
Oh, yeah. God!
Like, it's like, oh, man, they're getting close.
And then
Ooh,
they
that
start,
could... totally cold.
And then they start working on that, and then they move it back to maybe where it should be, and then, bam, it goes in this direction.
Someone throws it off track again.
It is so much fun when you know the answer and how close some of you guys were, and then then the next post just blows it.
Yeah.
Blows it.
Someone ruins
and
it.
Takes it somewhere else, just when it's all about to be figured out. I wrote a little something today.
Oh, no.
Ooh. I don't know what this would be called. Maybe my brother Darren could tell me.
A haiku, perhaps.
A haiku?
A haiku?
A wordy-gurdy.
I wrote this at 5 in the morning to help the speculation.
Ooh.
In radio, your friends become your enemies, and your enemies become your friends.
Oh. Karate Kid? You're meeting with Mr. Miyagi. Pat Morita? I got it.
That's it. But I was thinking about that this morning. This radio thing is so stupid, it's not even funny.
Yeah.
Only in radio, your friends become your enemies, and your enemies become your friends. Over and over and over again. Think about our careers, Anthony.
Absolutely.
There was a time we hated BCN and Oedipus and the gang over there. Next thing you know, they're our best friends, and then
we're working with them.
And then we hate everyone that was at WAF.
Yeah. Yeah, then we hated them, but we were working for them. And
there was a time some of us were friends with Jeremy.
Who?
Now we hate Jeremy. Now Jeremy's an enemy.
On the fucko list.
Unfortunately, Tim Sabian is now on the fucko list. I hate to say it, but he's on the fucko list.
Mandatory.
He used to be a huge friend of this radio program, and he completely disappointed everybody in this room and went to work for the enemy, even though we've had many, many discussions over the years about how much he does not like the enemy. Fucko list. Doesn't think that the enemy has it in him anymore, and that we were the show. Yep. Even when we got fired and he was still the PD of WISP, he had pictures of Opie and Anthony in his office.
Naked.
That he refused to take down. He refused. That's how much he believed in us and our show.
Right.
Unfortunately now, Tim Sabian is on the fucko list.
Fucko list.
And he's an enemy.
Sad. How can we not get an assault, on the Times Square? They're doing 30 years of Good Morning America. There's got to be some kind of an assault we can do. The cameras are all over the place down there.
Yeah, maybe we should do that. Yeah.
They'll let us in. We need a new assault tactic.
Why?
Look at that. There's a lot of open space there. Look at that.
The direct assault just doesn't seem to be working anymore.
Right.
For places like this. You know, it still works across the country.
Right.
For the guerrilla warfare.
Another example, Jim Brewer used to be a great friend of the show.
Oh, right.
Now he's an enemy.
Yeah.
So that's why I wrote this very clever thing today.
What was it again?
Very clever.
Wait, what is it again?
In radio,
be kind to the people you meet on the way up, because you're going to meet the same people on the way down.
What did you write? Keep your friends close, but... I'm sorry, what did you write?
And I think there was a time that Eric Logan was an enemy of the show.
No.
I think, when he was doing that whole...
You think when he was throwing those faggoty pink signs all over New York?
Impossible.
I think when he was doing that whole Blink thing that he likes...
Yeah, he was part of the enemy.
Yeah, he was part of the enemy,
Part
right?
of enemy forces, yes.
Definitely.
Yes, he was.
Definitely.
Certainly was.
In radio, your friends become your enemies, and your enemies become your friends. Thank you. Hate to say it. That's how I'm justifying this stupid meeting, by the way. Wow. It all makes sense now. It has to happen. It has to happen, Anthony.
Oh.
You lose all your friends, and then your enemies become your new friends.
If you
That's
didn't
just how
make
it works in
friends
radio.
with your enemies, then you'd have no friends. Because your friends have become your enemies. And you're just making enemies and not bringing in any new
See,
friends.
if I didn't have all those examples of friends that are now enemies,
yeah,
then it would look really ridiculous that this enemy now would be a friend.
Mm-hmm.
But now it all makes sense because of my little clever writing.
It all comes together in a nice, tidy little package.
Anyway.
Isn't it funny when you read the message board and the speculation thread, and they grab like a word that was said during a sentence and just run with it, and it's completely wrong? That is great. I love reading those. Did you notice that Opie, the way he said "were"?
Yeah.
Don't think so much.
What?
I don't know.
You don't know what to make of that.
Free FM.
That writing.
Yeah, it's like because you're saying make your enemies your friends, but then you reverse it.
You spin it around.
Yeah, it's
all right.
Beyond AM, beyond FM, it's XM satellite radio.
Anyway, Anthony.
Yes.
I'll talk about that later. There was almost a situation yesterday, but we'll get into that later. You bought another gun.
Oh, well, yes, of course I did. Of course, because it goes without saying. Yeah, a couple of fans were at the gun store, too, when I was making my purchase.
Can I just stop you for a second?
Yeah.
And my brother Darren, don't give it away. Would you have actually punched him, verbally confronted him, or tried to trip him?
Absolutely verbally confront him.
Okay, thank you.
And tell him.
That's smart.
All right, that's it.
Right.
All right, I'm
That's
just
smarter.
There was almost a situation yesterday, and I had nothing to do with it.
Situation.
But my brothers are just as insane as
Your
I am.
brothers are quite willful.
So you bought a gun.
rather naughty.
Rather naughty. Yeah, I got to take it down to the range on Saturday. Test it out a little bit.
Okay.
I was in there, and a couple of fans of the show walked in and started laughing because they thought I was just kidding.
You were purchasing yesterday.
I was making a purchase.
But you already
as you know,
have...
I have a shotgun.
Yeah.
It's my home defense shotgun I have.
Right.
And it's not a ranged weapon. You don't really take it down, to use at the range, the shotgun. But a fun weapon to have down at the range is the AR-15. Semi-automatic carbine. It's wonderful. So I had to get one, and I picked one up yesterday. I got the Wilson M4T Tactical. It's a wonderful, wonderful weapon, and I cannot wait to unload hundreds of rounds out of it this weekend down at the range. Very cool. It is the civilian version of the M16.
So as you were buying it, there were fans of the show that came in?
Yeah, they came in, and this guy's like talking to the sales guy over there at Coliseum Gun Traders in Uniondale. And Uniondale, what a place to have a gun store. It must just leave and just open fire on people. Uniondale's a little shaky of an area by Hofstra.
Yeah.
And, a couple of guys walked in. They were talking shotguns and stuff, and guy, I guess, recognized me. And at that point, I had the AR in my hand, and I was, pulling back on some action. And he just starts cracking up. It's like, I thought you were kidding.
You really don't kid on the show.
No.
I wonder if people can understand that.
No, there was no kidding.
That's why we've been pretty popular over the years. We don't do, like, fake shit. What we say is what's going on.
Yeah.
All the ugliness. We don't hide it.
My
brother made a good point, though. He plays Siphon Filter, and he was really bummed that you could just go out and buy one. You know how long you have to play Siphon Filter to get that puppy?
It takes a while in the games to get the AR, yeah. And then you could just go into a store and buy one.
Do you need a license to own that?
No.
Oh.
In the city, you would need a long gun license.
Okay.
They're easier to get in the city than a pistol permit is.
You can conceal it.
But for anything in the city, you need some kind of permit, even a shotgun, anything. But for out on Long Island or any of the suburbs, anywhere out of the New York City limits, you can go into a gun store. If you got ID, you're an American citizen, you can buy it right there, same day.
How hard is it to get a permit to carry here in New York? Pistol?
Carry in New York City? You got to be a guy that carries a lot of money around with you, a very important person, very fancy man. You being on the air, it's doable. You get people, the crazies, you controversial talk show host. It's a lot easier to get a carry permit. But in the meantime, you just wear a long leather coat and a shotgun underneath
it. How about if I say, I want to get it for the purposes of racial cleansing?
Jesus.
They'll expedite it.
If you say that when you walk into the office, just give a really awful reason. Why? Because women are whores, sir. That's why I need a permit.
I thought you were so guilty when I buy a gun.
I thought you were talking about the puggles.
We're going puggle hunting.
Thing that's taking over the world.
I want to go puggle hunting. What do you got for puggles?
I need a permit to carry. Why? The neighbor's dog. It fucking barks all night, man.
Okay, sign here.
But I thought you'd like to snuggle a puggle.
I'd love to snuggle a puggle. I like to pick him up and his little legs dangle. I'd kiss his belly and go.
Aww. That's
like
adorable.
Puppies. Yeah.
It's the cutest little thing.
See, you mix the dogs and you get like supermodel dogs.
Yeah. It's just like the people.
Just like the people.
You got to mix a few together and you get the supermodel.
You get the supermodel dogs.
Yeah.
Oh, look, the dog is humming, if you're going to go my way. It'd be funny if I said, are you going to go my way?
Oh, yeah.
Properly. Quoted the song.
Our second call from Tennessee today, it's John.
Ooh.
John from Tennessee. You're on the Opie and Anthony program.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hey, John.
The little thing that you wrote about friends being your enemies and enemies being your friends, you wrote that in iambic pentameter.
Wow.
Haiku.
Have a good day. I didn't know I had it in me to write one of those. Is that right?
Is that what it is?
I have no idea.
Iambic pentameter is slightly different.
What? Shut up,
Jimmy.
I'm not even looking at you.
Well, I'm trying to help you.
And I know you're full of shit.
No, I'm not.
It's a little different.
Yeah, it is.
You put on your goddamn Colin Quinn show voice. I would have tough crowd voice. Well, it's a little different. Step aside and I'll tell you.
I would have explained it, but now people want to do some ridiculing. Well, guess no one will know.
All right, here we go. Here's the deal. Just before the show, we were talking about dumps again because we're going to have a dump contest eventually.
Yeah.
Who has entered the dump contest officially? Danny has, and Eric has. E-Rock.
I haven't. And I've been getting some emails though. By the way, I got to say from what was his name? Midgie from California.
Yeah.
Mijmi from California. So
Lugunga.
I have some from him.
You have another man's photos of...
But he's been sending me. Or she.
Oh.
Why are you getting
duty
sent to you?
Who knows?
And their duty pictures?
Yeah.
You can't cheat if you're going to enter the contest.
Yeah, it's
got
to be
your duty.
Oh, yeah, and I wouldn't cheat. I would never cheat.
No, he wouldn't.
Well, Jimmy said that you've been filming yours, right?
Videotaping?
No. I would never do that.
He said he takes a digital camera that has video capable.
No.
It's video capable and
a quick
videotape.
No, listen.
Get a quick, 8-second clip.
That was Mijmi did that from California.
Do you have a problem with this contest?
No, what?
Fess up.
Problem?
Fess up with it. You've been taking video of your crap.
No, they were sent to me by Mijmi in California.
Anthony, I had an entry.
Yeah.
And I decided not to enter it.
Why?
I was going to go the
steroids controversy.
I was going to go the other route because I'm sure everyone is looking for that massive, just ridiculous.
Well, that's just it. We don't have a criteria here. There's no real criteria for judging. It's just what is going to astound someone the most. Right. It could be just a wreck in there.
Right.
It could be looks like just a car crash. Or it could be sheer size and volume.
I was going to take a very big chance and go the complete opposite direction. I have a white toilet bowl, right?
Oh, very good for
background. You know, I like my vitamins, so I kind of made it very colorful first.
Uh-huh.
So it was that I don't know, that glow in the dark stuff that happens after you do vitamins, right? So
it gets
so
like
the water was a nice
greenish almost,
greenish yellow color.
Yeah.
And then my dump was
a vase.
Was one nugget the size of a lima bean.
Oh, I see. You would take it the other way and go, look at how I wasted my time sitting here for this.
Look at how efficient my body is.
But it was just
it was used everything.
It was a miniature. It was a miniature version of a perfect duty. It was perfect. If you blew it up, it would be a perfect duty. But what makes it fun for the contest, it was
so diminutive.
It was the size of a lima bean, and just one,
like a little midget,
right.
Like a sideshow crap.
But you said before you got out of the hotel yesterday, you had a problem, huh?
I didn't have the camera with me, and it would have been, I think, a winner. I would have definitely taken a picture of it. Yeah, over the weekend, I guess, or not even the weekend. Since I was staying at the hotel. Because of the Halloween show. There was drinking involved. There was room service. There was big fruit and cheese platters.
Uh-oh.
There was vanilla shakes. There was chicken sandwiches. There was a lot of eating going on. It was like a Roman banquet going on. And when push came to shove, when I went to check out, I couldn't leave the hotel because I was trying to flush. No shit. Post headline. For 10 minutes. It would not go away. It would, just when I thought it was gone, like, you know when the water goes and goes down and then whoop comes back a little bit?
Yeah.
All of a sudden it's like, oh, it's gone. And then it poked its head out. I swear to you, it had a life, a soul, an energy unto itself. Sharkin. I'm talking about working for a living. I'm talking about sharking. Not talking about shitting out any bluegills or tommy cats. I'm talking about porkers. That's what it was. It was giant. And it was shaped like the Graf Zeppelin. It was just perfect in size and taper. And I had to let it go.
How many flushes before it went down?
Swear to you.
No,
let me think.
As you know who.
15 flushes. Still coming back. Can't stay down with 15 flushes. Oh, it was disturbing. But I really think it would have been a winner. And it just kept, nosing back out.
You had a floater?
It wasn't even a floater. No, it was like lead. It just stayed there in the bottom, like where everything's supposed to go, like half of it. And I was like, I can't leave it here. You know, my name's on the receipt to this. You know, you're like, at the hotel, fuck it. And then it would go away a little. Sometimes it wouldn't go away. Come back. I'm on the flusher, and I'm just pounding and pounding on the flush handle. It wouldn't go away. Yeah, I finally took some toilet paper and covered it, and then tried to flush that down, hoping the toilet paper was going to take it down with it. But to no avail, man. Might still be in there. Now, 3318 at the Parker Meridian. Yeah, I was talking with it Like I was the old man in the sea with the big fish tied to the side of my boat. I'm sorry, big piece of shit. I'm sorry I came out too far.
It was Walter from on Golden Pond.
Yeah. I really think it was a winner, and now it's gone.
Well, so far we got 2 entries, and
you'll get more.
We're waiting for the rest of the staff, and then we'll finally have the contest for everybody.
I have to make a point, too, because not that this happened to me yesterday. I was maybe taping the Greg Giraldo show for Comedy Central, just a 5-minute interview to be shown Friday night. It's like a wraparound show. And I had a couple pictures that I wanted to, show on the monitor. So we're trying to find a way to download them off my camera.
Oh, no.
But I couldn't give my camera
to the
staff. Because how do you explain when there are photos of shit in toilet balls on your digital camera? So I had to like fucking creep around and go, look, I can't let anybody. And I finally had to delete them. There's only 2 photos that I lost.
Oh.
That's all right. Believe me, the gems are all saved.
What's the Greg Giraldo show all about?
It's just he does a monologue and then he hosts like a 5-hour or 4-hour thing where like there's like all this stand-up comedy and stuff and. I guess like a wraparound show. You tape it over a half hour, 40 minutes, and they stretch it to like 4 hours and put in clips in between it.
Yeah.
I just had like a 5-minute interview. It was fun.
Okay.
But I couldn't get any pictures off the monitor.
No.
It's a little
embarrassing. Yeah.
All
Those
right.
are pictures you have to do what you're going to do with them immediately.
Yeah.
Like, take it, then send it to these guys wherever they put the pictures for storage until everyone has one. You don't let it sit on your camera with, like, communion pictures or anything else. Let me show you these.
It really is a problem just waiting to happen.
Yeah, you get rid of them immediately.
I told you years ago I took shits and I fucking took Polaroids of them just to be silly. And I had 2 of them on my dresser. And my ex-girlfriend came with her female cousin, and they walked in, and I forgot they were there. And they look, and there's 2 pictures of toilet bowl full of shit. And her hot female cousin was with her. I was like,
well.
There's just no... It was obviously my bathroom.
Right.
Who else did it?
Why else would you have someone else's shit Polaroids? It's not like, of course they were yours.
Oof.
That is really
embarrassing.
Like, you're not despicable enough. You have shit pictures for...
But they were on my dresser. Like, when you walked in, there they were. Like my pride and joy. Jerry.
We should break.
Alrighty.
When we get back, we got the new Doug Forrester ad.
Oh, that is just about reached its peak.
It's great, though.
I guess the election, when is it? Tomorrow?
When?
Friday? When?
I don't know.
Monday? Who? Tuesday?
It's usually on
the
Tuesday,
first Tuesday
right.
November.
You only pay attention if you actually vote, so I don't know.
You don't vote.
Fuck no.
Well, who's running that? We
Give me
really
some real
give a shit
choices
about.
and I'll vote.
I don't live in the city anymore, so I don't care about the mayor. Like, Farrar's got a chance anyway.
Right.
He is a dummy.
Oh.
All right, we'll end the
energy.
We'll end the poop discussion with a little something from Mark DeMille.
Oh boy, I haven't heard this in a while.
Hello?
Hi, this is Harry. I was in your restaurant the other day. I got some takeout.
Yes.
And ever since, I've been pooping green.
What?
I've been pooping green.
You can poop in green?
Green poopies?
Yes.
Lots and lots of green poopies, and I went to a doctor, and he told me to go back 48 hours to see what I ate. And the only thing I could think of is the takeout from your restaurant.
When is that?
I got takeout Sunday afternoon. Oh.
Sunday afternoon.
And ever since, I've been pooping green.
What did you order, sir?
Beef and broccoli.
Beef and broccoli.
And I've been pooping green ever since. Have you ever dry heaved from your butt before?
No.
Oh, my God. After all the green poopy left, I was still getting the squirts, but nothing was coming out. Oh.
I think after all these couple of days, you are the only one complaining. Let me know about this thing.
Well, the doctor suggested I come down with some of the green poopy, and maybe you could identify it.
Mm-hmm.
We could throw it in a strainer, and maybe if you could identify the broccoli, things will be okay.
It's okay. If you can come down with it.
Have you ever pooped green?
No.
It's not fun, let me tell you.
Yeah, I know something like that. It should be pretty bad, too, you know.
Well, I got green racing stripes in my underwear.
Jesus Christ.
It's not fun. Are you laughing at me, sir?
No, I'm not. I'm just, you know.
Oh, I'm turning into a Play-Doh fun factory.
Jesus Christ.
Lots and lots of green poopies.
Jesus
Christ, what is your speech?
Wait a minute, I'm going to try even from my butt again. Listen to this. Oh, see, nothing comes out.
Yeah, but why don't you go back to the doctor again? See what the doctor can identify with what is it? Because we're not in the medical staff. We cannot identify anything about those things.
You've never heard of green poopies before?
No, never. This is the first case I can heard about it.
Yeah. Would you like to hear another dry heat from the butt?
I think this would be good enough.
Well, let me do one more. I'm in the bathroom with the cellular phone. Oh, did you hear that?
Yes, I hear you.
Oh, God. Wow, this is exhilarating.
Well, we got some audio from the Tonight Show appearance.
Opie and Anthony.
It's great.
They're like the hottest guys on radio.
Wow, that's really nice.
Really nice. Opie and Anthony Show on XM Satellite Radio.
It starts with an O&A plug before headlines.
Opie and Anthony Show on XM Radio.
Very nice.
Tested. Leno approved.
They plugged us like 3 times last night on the show.
The Opie and Anthony Show. The hottest show there is. Hottest show there is.
Let's please welcome to the program, Brian Wilson. Good morning, Brian.
Hi, Opie. Hi, Anthony. Happy birthday, little Jimmy. And hi, all you whack bags in cyberspace. Congratulations on your first anniversary on XM. O&A Party Rock. Now, I know that the first anniversary symbol is supposed to be paper. And I was going to give you each a roll, but I used it all on Halloween TPing Howard Stern's house. Hoo. I invented that. Tell him, Fred. So be safe this flu season. Get a shot. Stay away from Popeyes. And don't handle your bird if it's infected. You really shouldn't handle your bird anyway, Opie, because, you know, it can make you go blind. Or at least grow hair on your palm. Right, Anthony?
Right.
Happy birthday, little Jimmy.
Thank you very much. What the hell is wrong with it? 27 up to the hour.
Thanks to Don Imus and the crew on MSNBC for promoting our radio show on his radio show. And we're trying to figure out if he's Rob Bartlett, who did that Brian Wilson thing, if he's the leader as far as the Assault on the Media contest goes for November.
Yeah, he's got a good one.
Game
That's
on.
for sure.
Game on. No listeners have assaulted any media.
Very early in the month.
I understand. We'll get them. We'll get a lot of them.
That Santana's a fucking bore. Look at him. Look at the reaction from people. Exactly.
Dude, I love Santana.
Oh,
I never liked him.
No.
Why not?
Boring.
He's a
Jimmy's
dullard.
right on this one. Bob Kelly singing with Santana. We'll go into 15-minute guitar solo.
I love Santana. Come on.
Yeah. Well, he's really kept the crowd going.
Yeah. 3 words. Owe coma va.
Oh, he stinks.
I do find it weird, though, when...
Look at them.
When the main guy in the band is the guitarist and you got to get some vocalist to sing.
And he's like the front man, but he's not the front man.
Because he doesn't sing.
No one is enjoying his performance.
Dude, he's been at it since, like, Woodstock.
I know, he's not a good guitarist, but
you got to give him props.
For not dying?
Not even that old. He's only, like,
stupid face.
56 or so.
It's awful.
Santana crowd outside of today's show.
Who wants to listen to this?
No one.
Oh, Carlos is going off, and every song he does this. Every song there'll be a little singing, and then Carlos going off like this.
You got to spend
Guy should be busting a table.
Who's rocking to this? Dude, you hear he did Black Magic Woman. Oh, cool. Wake me up when it's done.
Who's the Black Magic Woman?
Oh, you guys are nuts.
No.
We're all going to get the bird flu from the Black Magic Woman.
It's really not that bad.
His guitar playing is good. But his
guitar playing is
horribly
amazing.
Boring.
Here we go.
Steve?
More.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Steve, an opinion on anything?
Stop tripping already, for Christ's sake.
Tripping in his tight shirt.
He's all nervous.
Yeah.
What's your shirt say? Hoo, I invented this shirt.
How about you stop with the mediums already? You know what?
I wish it was a medium. It's not.
You're a Black Magic cozy.
That's an awfully tight shirt.
It sure is. Working out?
Yeah, he's working out. He's looking good.
What? He wasn't
He's
looking
looking
hard
big.
on his
No,
body.
this shirt was not as tight, and maybe I'm fucking just a fat ass, but
No, see, you're not fat, though. You're looking big. Like, upper body is looking big.
really,
You're
And it's
looking scary.
Thank you.
Why don't you,
Jesus.
you probably dry him on high heat, right?
Yeah.
All right, well, you
Is that
got to
what
be
it is?
careful. Yeah, of course.
Are you saying all his shirts are shrinking?
I'm saying that Steve probably dry, because, he doesn't know.
I have no idea. I
He'll
do
just,
like.
throw him in on high. He doesn't care.
Is that what does it?
No, it doesn't shrink them.
Okay.
It's good.
Jesus. Yeah.
I'm married. I have a wife that doesn't want to.
Black Magic Woman.
Fine.
Sorry, it's not Sabbath, Jimmy.
Yeah.
He stole something from Sabbath, by the way.
Oh,
I'm not going to
of
get
course
into
he
it.
did.
What
Yes,
did
he
you steal
did.
from Sabbath?
The word black.
No. That's right, and the essay in Santana.
Oh, yeah.
No, he did take something from him.
Sure he did that. No, everybody did.
No.
It's a known fact.
He stole something from Parliament, the album.
It started and ended with Sabbath, right?
No, there's other great bands. I recognize the Stones is a great band. I like them. I like a lot of bands.
Doug Forrester. Want to describe Doug Forrester for the rest of the country? We have a fine governor's race happening in New Jersey, I guess.
Oh, my God. Instant feedback.
What?
Boom, boom.
What?
Bam, ba, bam, 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 bam.
Good
bam,
boy.
Bam, bam.
Why now?
Joe Smith. Shut up already.
What?
Shut the fuck up.
What?
He keeps speculating on what your meeting is about. What this show, what we're doing. Things, that are going on. Your friends, enemies, friends thing that you said before. This guy, Joe Smith, is speculating in caps and exclamation points every third post. You're an asshead. And now you are a band asshead. There you go. Bye-bye.
That's what they get.
No more from you. No more hearing from you, dick.
All right. Well, the hint I gave today was, in radio, your friends become your enemies, and your enemies become your friends, right? Okay, but I will add this much.
Uh-huh.
I thought this part was obvious, but people like Joe Smith have to ruin it for everybody. We're staying at XM. Holy crap. You ass.
That guy is the worst.
You ass.
Jumping ship faggots. Just stay silent, jerk-offs. Oh, my God. Pull a Baltimore Colts and leave everyone fucking hanging. Dude, please cancel your fucking subscription. Cancel it like we did fucking leave.
Well, Joe's upset. He wants to make sure that no one is going anywhere. Joe's concerned.
Cancel it, you freak. You fucking ass. Oh, God, what a dope. Every third post, there he is, in his caps and fucking exclamation points, yelling. Doing his online yelling. Follow the paycheck. Please disconnect your service. Leave XM.
Joe wants to make sure that no one's going anywhere.
Dan going through 4 new Corzine ads.
Oh, there's 4 of them?
Okay,
Corzine's ahead.
And I think the Doug Forrester commercial we can't play, huh?
Why? Oh, I thought legal reasons, not Eric's
there it is.
ineptitude.
No, it's not Eric's fault.
Of course it is.
All right, so the governor's race. What now?
They're just rocking. I want to know what we're missing.
Oh.
Who's singing?
We're doing a radio show.
But if they're rocking, oh. Ah, wow, the people, look at them, they're enjoying it.
She said, I need you to hold me. I'm a little far from the
That guitar is talking, Jimmy.
Yes, it's saying you're getting sleepy. Guy's a good singer, though, whoever he is. I couldn't tell. Honestly, I could not tell what gender that person was by watching.
Yeah.
No, I thought it was a skinny chick.
Yeah.
Hanson.
One of the best pop tunes of the last 20 years is a Santana song.
But it's not a Santana song.
Smooth with Rob Thomas on
Right.
vocals.
That's
And I
why.
said pop song, by the way. So
Not
relax.
Santana.
I didn't say one of the best songs of the last 20 years.
I
But
don't
as far
love
as
that,
pop
but
goes,
it's okay.
It's a great song.
I never loved
It's
it.
what they call a guilty pleasure. You hear that on the radio, no
Yes.
one's around. Why not? Turn it up and sing along a little bit.
Yeah, this song was giant.
Absolutely. And that's what he's trying to do now is...
Get someone else in there.
Well, yeah, he's trying to do the same formula. Because this CD was just a monster for him. What, he won 8 Grammys or something like that?
Silly for one song.
And so now he's like doing another one with other musicians, hoping to have the same success.
Right.
Well, I hear you whispering words to melt everyone, but you stay so cool. My Mona Lisa, my Spanish Harlem Mona Lisa.
You gotta hear the hook.
Please stop it.
Talk over it, John. Ruin it for everyone, la 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 la. La 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 la. Fuck the hook. Blah 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 blah. Blah blah blah. Ruin it. Here it comes. Blah blah blah. Fuck, yup, blah. All right, play it.
You're such an ass. All right, Doug Forrester.
Oh, shit.
Anthony, we got a governor's race going on in New
Jersey.
Jersey. And these guys have been at it. At this point, I don't even know who's the better man.
Corzine is one,
Right.
and Doug Forrest is the other one.
Yeah.
And, it's been a mudslinging campaign on
Are
both
these
sides.
the only two running
Yeah.
this election season?
Anyone that really matters, I guess, around this area, right?
I guess.
Yeah, because I haven't seen any other ads for anybody that's really pounding at each other like this.
Forrester's wife is on TV right now. I wish we had that one, right?
Look at her. Wow.
Illegal guns off our streets. Doug wants to change New Jersey. John Corzine's negative ads are more of the same.
See? That's what the whole thing's been. They've both had negative ads, and then both of their ads also talk about how the other guy has the negative ads.
Who was the other guy's wife? It was after McGreevey, the guy who took over.
Oh, the guy that took over for McGreevey in Jersey, yeah. That nut with the kooky eyes. That
with the wife?
Want to put her babies in the microwave.
Oh, she would have been a great one to do a commercial.
Yeah.
She was a good egg, I gotta tell you.
Don't vote for Doug Forrester. He has aliens in his asshole. All right, that's a wrap. Oh, she was a nut.
Oh, what a cool. Great. So, anyway.
Yeah, so they've been going at each other tooth and nail.
Yeah.
And I guess Forrester is a businessman. And that's how the platform he's running on. He's not a politician. He's a businessman. And this other guy, Corzine, is the politician. And that's how he's being presented. More of the same, blah, blah, blah. But as a businessman, Forrester has done business with the state of Jersey. And Corzine kind of makes it seem like his businesses are like mafia, like the mafia, or that he's made money off your tax dollars. Well, he put in a bid for the state of Jersey, won the bid, provided a service, and got paid for it. So, yeah, he took the taxpayers' money but gave a service for it. They never say that in the ad. So they're just it's that type of battle that's going back and forth. And I guess the latest one, he's accusing him of, what was that we saw in the office?
Drugs?
What? Oh, some kind of prescription drug
Is this
scam.
the one we got? Oh, my God.
I hope that's the one we have.
All right, listen to this. Oops.
Is Doug Forrester on our side? He has a record of raising property taxes by 200%. He had the taxpayers pick up the tab for $89 million in no-bid insider deals. He's been sued for fraud, for pocketing prescription drug rebates that should have gone to people. In court, his lawyer gave Forrester's defense. If somebody throws loose change on the table, I can put that change in my pocket. Doug Forrester, he's not on our side.
He's not on our side. I can't imagine what that prescription drug thing is. I'm sure it's some business-related thing that he got sued on, perhaps. If you're a corporation, you know, you're going to get sued. I don't know. Maybe the guy is a scumbag. I don't know one way or the other. I'm just saying I can't take these ads seriously anymore. They just go at each other, and it's relentless. You don't know who to believe.
I know. And then when it's all over, they'll thank their opponent.
Oh, what a great race this was.
And he's a real good guy, and it was a hard-fought battle.
I've called and made my concession speech, and yes, he is the man. I will take the job over and do it. I'm sure he's going to do a great job. Oh, what, the crook? Guy that took all the taxpayers' money?
Or the Democrats, when they're like, or any party, Republicans do it too, where they'll like trash each other in the primaries, and then they get behind their guy to fight the other one. It's like, well, is the good Democrat really as bad as the piece of shit you just beat? I mean, that you just lost to it.
Yeah, that's because they just bash each other right up until they have their candidate, and then they all gather around him. Remember when I said you were a faggot?
Yeah. Doug Forrester voted to legalize raping the elderly with a stick.
And I stand behind him now.
That's right.
Fuck the elderly with a stick.
Let's go to Chris.
Hey, how you doing, Opie and Anthony?
Hey.
First time caller.
All right, Chris.
Hey.
Hey, just to let you know that I got the sample ballot in the mail last night, and my wife happened to know that there's this guy running. If you go to njweedman.com, this guy wants to legalize marijuana. I thought that was a pretty good trip to...
That's another...
You know?
Is that another candidate?
Yes, he's running on the same line as Doug Forrester and Corzine.
That old gag, legalizing marijuana. Of course it should happen, but it's not going to happen.
That'll never happen.
Yep, I thought it was a pretty good trip. My wife says, I got to vote for this guy because he ain't got a chance.
There you go.
Yeah,
Thank you,
Weed.
Chris.
How come I didn't see NJ Weedman at any of the debates?
Yeah.
You know, we need NJ Weedman, or this isn't legitimate.
Because he was late.
He's got like a picture of a dollar bill with his face in there, and he's all Rasta.
Oh, right on. Look at this guy.
Yeah, spark a reefer revolution. That's his catchphrase.
This guy really needs to be taken seriously.
This guy is a stoned mess. Look at what he wrote. Your friends become your enemies, and your enemies become your friends. What a stoned ass. Oh, my God. Looks like that cop killer.
Oh, he has Mumia.
Yeah, he should have picked a picture where he's smiling.
Is he in jail? I'm trying to start a reefer revolution. This is why government officials had me jailed, to shut me up.
Oh, God, please
Political
let him win.
prisoner. It's a lynching. The war on drugs is racist. For saying this, I become a victim of the state. I like this guy. Lynching. It's done differently today. The war on drugs has replaced Jim Crow. For a black man to speak out against the drug war can be just as dangerous as speaking out against Jim Crow's segregation in 1964. Really? This guy's hardcore. Wow.
Oh, please vote for him.
It's just him flipping the bird. Wonderful.
I want New Jersey Weedman to win the governorship badly.
Here he is blowing smoke in a trooper's face. NJ Weedman. He's got a CD.
Yeah, we're trying to get a sample of his
Trinkets I've made. What?
No, that's mine!
Oh, sorry.
Oh, so I was just being literal like the other fucking listeners.
Hey, Anthony, we got the latest
Jesus, what was that? What was that?
Political ad.
All right.
From Doug Forrester.
Doug Forrester?
Opponent, I guess. John Corzine.
Yeah, Corzine.
Almost 3 years ago now, I was in a wrestling match for my high school. I went to do a move, and I was paralyzed from the neck down. quadriplegic. Right now, the most hopeful thing for spinal cord injuries is embryonic stem cell research. Doug Forrester doesn't support embryonic stem cell research. Therefore, I don't think he supports people like me and doctors who say a cure is coming. John Corzine supports embryonic stem cell research. I think he's the best candidate for our governor.
This is getting ugly.
Doug Forrester doesn't support cures for people? Is that what it is?
Yeah. Doug Forrester, he only likes you from the waist up.
Doug Forrester has said, fuck old turnip legs.
That's right. Doug Forrester tried to take my pristine shoes.
That is awful, though.
Yeah, well, I guess his stem cell research thing, which is ridiculous. I mean, come on.
We should do the stem
Of
cell.
course.
Of course
We should have baby farms. Just growing
That's
those
right.
goddamn stem cells.
As soon as they say something cute, you'll lop their heads off and use them for research. Google. Feet first.
Need me a stem cell. Sorry, kid.
Well, that
I say harvest them up until twos. The
Yeah.
terrible twos.
As soon as their tooth starts popping in, you lop those little heads off.
Right when they stop teething.
Done. And I think we should harvest them for, breast implants, cosmetic things, too.
Whatever.
Not just fucking people with bad
Manicures.
legs. Yeah.
Haircut.
Anything. Chin implants. Little baby buttocks become your chin.
You could use the little soft spot of their heads for a breast.
It's funny, every time you lick your girlfriend's tit, she goes,
All right. Jesus. Why not?
It's a very silly show.
Well, Election day's coming, so
Yeah.
get out there and vote, people.
It looks like Corzine's leading Forrester, though, by a wide enough margin where
And I
it's
care
over Johnny.
Why?
Because that'll be the governor of Jersey, our neighboring state, very influential as far as things like transit and taxes go between the two states.
Who's what? Who's a Republican? Who's Democrat?
I would say based on that.
I'm scared of you.
I'd say based on that, Corzine's the Democrat.
Oh, right, because Forrester's against them.
Forrester's against people with,
That's right.
no feeling in their legs.
That's right, Forrester. He hates legs.
Right.
All right. In other news, we got the gang from Coed Magazine coming in today. We're in the new issue of the magazine.
We are.
We are.
I didn't even know about that.
We did that interview about a month ago, I guess. And do we have a copy of that?
Yes.
I might have brought the only copy home, now that I think about it.
Where's Hawk?
Let's see if we have another copy.
He's on assignment.
Assignment.
I got to tell you.
I'm sitting in for Hawk, who's on assignment.
I got to tell you, Anthony and I have been lucky enough to do a lot of interviews for magazines.
Yes. It's been a
And
privilege.
this has got to be the weirdest interview
Oh,
to make it to print.
You said something before. It was like weirdest. It started with W.
The worst?
Like weirdest.
Something like that.
Do we have it?
No, they're bringing him in.
I haven't seen it. Is it out yet?
Man, well, we're going to have to tell them to their faces.
It's old Susan Sarandon.
We're going to have to tell them
On
to their
TV.
faces. We have the audio of
Yeah.
the actual interview we did with the guy.
When was that?
A long time. We didn't even, I don't know. He sat down and...
Was it in here?
We kind of goofed on a bunch of stuff.
Was it some guy that put a tape recorder between the two of us and asked us questions?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That happened the past 10 years. Let's say it could be anybody. Did he ask us, how we got together?
Yeah, all that crap.
Yeah, great.
But I think we didn't take the interview seriously, and now now that it's made it to print, it just
regret
comes
it?
across very, very strangely. Very strangely.
Great. Wonderful.
I actually told the marshmallow story.
Did it make it into print?
Sort of, yeah.
What's the gist of the interview? What's the gist of the story?
Coed Magazine's it's a college magazine.
College, right. Okay, now I'm remembering this.
So it's all
Opie
about...
went to college, I didn't. So I should have 3 words in this, right?
God, I wish I had a copy
Got
in front of me.
Did you trash the socias, Ant?
I hate the socias.
Well, I got the audio. We could go through it a little bit. The guy's sitting there. He's all excited because he's interviewing us, and we could give a shit. It was like 11:05, and we just wanted to go home.
Well, I would.
So we were being very dry, sarcastic, not really taking him seriously, and he had to make something of this, I guess.
All right.
And the boys started rolling tape in the other room like halfway through, I think, the first question or something.
Mm-hmm.
So he asked me about like college memories, I think.
Yeah.
Or being in
because
a
it's a
fraternity.
college magazine.
Right. So this is how it went down.
Do you have any memories of college? Good, bad, indifferent?
Jimmy!
That's Jimmy Norton. Memories of college? Why did you leave?
Because I always leave interviews. Because they never use me, and it's silly. It's too needy to sit there. No, it's fine. I'm not angry about it. I just don't want them to feel obligated. It's stupid. It's like, for what? I'm not going to sit there and just look at the guy.
Yeah, but
Like,
when we were interviewed for the New York Times, you sat.
That's why I'm done. No more. Because I gave some quotes, and they mentioned Stephen Lynch.
Jimmy had some great things to say for the New York Times, and none of it made the paper. You're right.
So it's like, why?
But I remember you sitting around just being all eager and couldn't wait to comment and talk.
Yeah. I just wanted to just be a part of instead of apart from.
No.
So the interview starts. I guess the interview started, and Jimmy just said, I'm out of here.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah. I leave him from now on.
Listen to our voices, how we just don't care. We just want this over with, which is, we're getting jaded.
Kidding.
Do you have any memories of college? Good, bad, indifferent?
Jimmy!
That's Jimmy Norton. Memories of college?
Yeah. Were you like a partier, or did you just do the radio thing, or?
I hate to admit it, but I was in a fraternity. I was a fraternity guy.
Which one?
Who didn't really understand the whole fraternity concept. But it seemed like everyone in Geneseo was in a fraternity or sorority, so I figured if I wanted to socialize with chicks, I better join one of these fine establishments so I could go to the keg parties as well. Little did I know that I would have to pick up a marshmallow in my ass cheeks and drop it on a replica of the DK House, which was our rival fraternity at Geneseo. And I would have to drop the marshmallow from my ass cheeks onto the DK House, which of course was a replica.
So what house were you in?
I thought I would just have to drink a few beers and maybe smoke a little of that wacky tobacco. But instead, I was getting naked with other guys. My fraternity was Phi Sigma Epsilon at the time. We had to change that name a few times. I don't know what they call themselves these days, but we were one of the only ones that actually owned our own house.
Oh, wow.
In a regular neighborhood, so the neighbors were thrilled at that.
Cool.
But they couldn't kick us out because we actually owned it through a corporation.
Oh, okay, cool.
The guy has he doesn't know how to.
Gum is being chewed.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you.
Right.
I'm pretty sleepy about now and just want to go home.
Chewing gum and just being very dry and sarcastic.
I noticed, like, right from the get-go there that when he asked us about college, and I said, I didn't go, he pretty much just focused on Opie.
Yeah.
What college, what frat, what this, the college magazine.
College magazine, sure.
It's like if the home and gardening guy came in, and one of us gardened, and one didn't. I'd be talking about gardening.
Yeah.
And you'd be sitting there as the other guy that doesn't garden going, I have no place in this magazine. Same thing. Stupid college.
Well, the interview continued.
Do you have celebrities who call frequently, just like out of the blue, no reason?
Jay Moore.
Jay Moore.
Our good friend Jay Moore.
Tell Jay Moore to lose our number.
Yeah, I said famous. No, I'm kidding.
Talk about carrying people. Enough, Jay. Enough.
Why were we bashing Jay Moore? Why were you bashing Jay Moore? I said my good friend Jay Moore.
We were jokingly bashing him, and the guy was laughing uncomfortably and stuff. He didn't know how to take us.
No.
We just wanted this interview done.
Over.
What do you think your typical fan is like?
I was thinking probably a 42-year-old black female with preferably more than 7 kids. What do you think, Ann?
I was thinking mongoloid.
Mongoloid?
Yeah. We're eating?
Yeah, we're eating, and the guy just wants real answers, and we're just not going to give him real answers.
He got nothing.
He really got nothing.
Wow. No wonder the article was, as you said, weird.
It was, yeah. Well, we'll read the article when it comes in. But this is the actual interview. And then he had to pick from this to...
Yeah, piece it together.
To get an interview out of it.
What's the best bit or prank or whatever you want to call it you guys have ever pulled?
Sex for Sam. You hear about that one? It's couples go around and go to famous churches around the country and have sex. Of course not.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's what got me. Wait a minute.
Of course it did.
You know what, though? But
joke, sir.
But I think these young college go-getters should take our example of Sex for Sam and start their own Sex for degrees. Sex for whatever. But basically,
AIDS.
I think there's some motivated fraternities and colleges out there that should start their own Sex for Sam type of game.
Young go-getters.
Yeah, have sex all over campus for particular points and see what happens to you. This guy must have been so excited to come in to interview us.
Well,
big stars in the radio world, and we're just sitting here all bitter and just goofing with them.
Like I said, I didn't go to college, but I'm getting offers from Rapier and Video Geek Magazine. Wants to come in and do an interview.
By the way, I have a new contest idea.
Yes.
Yeah. It's you go around New York and you fuck a retard in different places, and we're gonna call it Sex for I Am Sam.
I want to play 5,
Go
Eric.
over well, I think.
But it's blinking.
Uh-oh.
Why is track 5? Oh, now it's
E-Rock.
not blinking.
Wow, we fixed it in a second.
Thank you, E-Rock.
There were things that we enjoyed. I liked the 55-gallon drum challenge.
Mm-hmm.
That was probably one of my favorites, where we took 55-gallon drums, cut little peepholes in them, put girls in there in bikinis, and just dumped heinous shit on them until they gave up.
Yeah.
And that was one of my favorites because it's just the screams that would come out of the tinny barrel sound. Like you were your own little serial killer for a day. And maybe someday we'll bring that back.
Yeah, a lot of people are asking if we're going to bring that one back.
Yeah. That is a good one. It stinks the whole place up, though. Remember how bad it smelled? We had to put the Vicks under our nose.
Yeah. Know what we should be doing, because it's Thanksgiving time.
Feels for Meals.
Let's try to get Feels for Meals going again.
Working.
This is the 7th year in a row we're going to attempt to pull this off.
Never work.
How do we do it this time? Do we talk to lawyer lady?
It's always some type of prostitution.
Do we have, I guess Wiki, he's listening. He listens every day. We want to do Feels for Meals this year.
What happened
we want to pull it off this year.
What happened to Wiki? Are you listening? We want to go to Florida for winter.
Oh,
Has anyone said anything about that?
No, nothing.
How about getting back to us on that?
We're dead serious about going to Florida for the month
We are
of January.
absolutely serious. For the month of January, maybe even longer, we want to go to Florida to broadcast.
Right.
At one of the facilities that we know exists down there.
Right.
Get on that. We're serious. It's not a joke.
And also look into Feels for Meals.
Feels for Meals. We want to have people bring food for the homeless, and as a little reward, they get to reach into a refrigerator box with 2 holes cut in it and feel a chick's tits. It's a charity
and
event.
Don't tell me it's prostitution. I'm sick of hearing that.
It's Feels for Meals.
Stupid lawyers. It's prostitution. No, it's not.
You drop off a couple of cans of corn. Well,
and you reach
fill in your own.
And
yes.
you grab some cans.
Right.
That's right, Anthony.
Exactly.
It's a simple concept. I guarantee not only will we collect a ton of food, we will collect money donations, and we'll have a line all the way around the block.
Yes.
We might have to get 2 refrigerator boxes.
Wouldn't it be great? Right out there on the sidewalk, right in front of the building.
There's no nudity.
2 boxes.
Because the girl is naked inside the box.
She's in the box. And there's just 2 hand holes. And maybe even some black, material over that.
Right.
So you can't even see in there if you're looking the right way.
Right.
And you reach in.
The box is inside.
Yes, Jimmy?
The box.
What is the strip club rule, though? I mean, you're allowed to put are you allowed to put $1 between
not
their tits?
a strip club.
No, but I mean, if you can do that, why can't you do that? Like, what are you allowed to touch in strip clubs or no?
I don't know what
they do
real
lap
rule
dances.
is. I don't think you're allowed to touch in a strip club because it's a strip club. They're strictly licensed.
We need a real discussion about this. Anthony and I have been trying to do this bit for 7 years.
Do you know how
we will make a
many
lot of money for a charity?
Homeless people would be fed if people can come and feel women's breastises for charity?
It's one of 3 bits that we need to do.
What's going on out here?
Yeah, who are these guys?
They're from Best Buy.
Oh, yeah?
Hey, Best Buy. Jesus. All right, so...
like the people from Bully. Fucking...
Wait, what happened?
Can I interject?
Yeah, my brother Darren in studio again. He decided not to go home. Like me.
The Good Morning America, which we've been watching all morning.
Yeah.
Someone just had a sign that said "Hit Chester," and I'm sure it was an assault. And then they cut out right away. So if they're taping it,
did we tape?
Yeah, it's Today's Show.
Today's Show.
All right.
I saw a "Hit Chester," and I swear I saw the O-N-Y of Anthony on there.
All right, let's see.
It was very quick, very quick.
All right.
Hit Chester.
We'll investigate.
All right. By the way, what do you think of Imus calling you a crook? I forgot. My brother's very famous on the Don Imus show.
Well, I am a crook, but not for a reason he is saying.
He says you're a crook with the Opie and Anthony T-shirts.
Well, his problem was
my T-shirt.
Yeah.
His problem is with the whole pre-order thing we did.
Yeah, that's it. That's what he has a problem with.
He has a problem with giving someone money.
I don't know. You got to give him money first, and then some kind of deal, and then he, I don't know, maybe gets you the, I don't know. He's a crook.
He's like accusing you of crimes.
He stole taxpayer dollars from prescription drugs. And, yeah.
Well, maybe I'll walk into him on the sidewalk, and then I'll have something to say.
Well, yeah.
Something to say to you, Buster.
It almost got ugly yesterday. And believe it or not, it wasn't going to be me this time.
Yeah.
So we're going to do the Feels for Meals, or we're going to try to get that done this year, right?
Let's get it done.
Let's get it done.
Feels for Meals.
Wiki, we're dead serious. You know the concept, hopefully. If you don't, send me an email, and I'll give you the concept, and take it to the lawyer lady. We want to do this.
The lawyers.
They're gonna,
it's just
but
done.
It's satellite.
It's already over.
But it's satellite radio.
Yeah, but they're lawyers. Doesn't matter. It's lawyers on Venus are the same as lawyers here.
What law are we breaking?
I don't know.
And then we wanted to just have the boxes in the studio.
Yeah. How about that?
So now the girls that are naked inside the box are not in public. And then the line would go outside the studio, down the stairs, all the way out to the
that'd
street.
be wonderful.
Yeah, the building would love that.
Well,
it's charity.
It's for a charity.
Charity.
We would feed a lot of homeless people.
That's absolute. I know we would have a huge turnout.
Right.
To reach in and.
All right.
And we get like real hot chicks, and they're in there and reach in, feel a tit. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Who's got a problem with that?
I don't know.
All right, here we go.
I'll tell you who does John Forrester. Whatever his name is. What's his name? Doug Forrester. It's John Corzine?
Yeah.
I can never get that straight.
Whatever.
I would be the worst, sitting there in the friggin' voting booth.
It really doesn't matter who wins. Nothing will change.
Opie.
Sign said, "Hi, Chester County Hospital, Oregon."
Get out of here.
What did it say? Come on.
My brother just got...
That's great.
Oh, those bus wheels
Hold
hurt,
on.
man.
Nathaniel, get over here, man.
Oh, is that great?
My
you saw
brother-
the sign.
Hold on, my brother, very confident. We're doing a radio show here, and he's raising his hand like, you got to go to me now. We did. He thinks there's an assault that went on the Today Show, something with Chester and O&A, but Nathaniel just viewed the tape.
Yeah, we're always rolling tape on the Today Show, and it said, yes, hi, Chester County Hospital, Oregon.
So the O was from Oregon, from the O and A thing.
And the high instead of hit.
High instead of hit Chester. Oh, that's right, because you thought it was hit Chester.
I did say it was quick.
Holy crap.
I'm onto that, boss.
That's great. Wow.
Thank you, Nathaniel.
You're welcome.
Oh, close.
All right, so Feels for Meals. We'll give you an update, hopefully, in the near future. Getting back to the co-ed interview that we did and that we didn't take seriously. More audio. I like the money snatch game myself.
Oh, the money snatch.
Would you like to hear about the money snatch game?
I think I have an idea, but I'd love to hear it.
Oh. Well, the money snatch game, we get some females that are down on their luck, let's say. They need a few extra bucks to get through Christmas.
Is it rent or is it buying Junior a present?
To get through Christmas. So we figure, we're a charitable organization, so we figure we'd help the young ladies out.
We figure it's like they're taking a mortgage out, a second mortgage out on their dignity.
That's right. So basically what happens is a studio...
Gap in my joke. What's
wrong
wrong
with
with
the
the
one you're in?
goddamn
It's a
CD?
CD deck? No,
Oh, Derek's seeing it
it's
flashing.
not really working in 2, though, either. Fucking A, man.
E-Rock, again, just wrecking the show.
Rather he runs out of the room to go jerk somebody off.
Let's try it in Let's try on CD2 here.
Right.
I like the Money Snatch game myself.
Oh, the Money Snatch.
Would you like to hear about the Money Snatch game?
I think I have an idea, but I
gotta hear it again now.
Oh. Well, the Money Snatch game, we get some females that are down on their luck. Let's say they need a few extra bucks to get through Christmas.
Is it rent or is it buying Junior a present?
To get through Christmas. So we figure, we're a charitable organization, so we figure we'd help the young ladies out.
We figure it's like they're taking a second mortgage out on their dignity.
That's right. So basically what happens is a studio like the one you're in, we would hang dollar bills all over the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
We would throw a bunch of dollar bills on the ground, tape them on the walls. Not just singles, mind you.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes there was 100 in the pile.
Yeah,
maybe a 50. 10s, 20s. And it comes down to, I don't know, close to $5,000 in cash. And then we get 10 young ladies down on their luck. They have to get completely naked. And we have leaf blowers.
Yes, we did, didn't we?
And basically they had a time limit to snatch all the cash they could get. Get a good one.
Get a good one.
Get a good pile for yourself.
You've heard a lot of radio stations have done that. Girls or even guys, and they go to grab the money as it's being blown around. So what's the difference? That's all we were doing.
But it's called Money Snatch because they can't leave the studio with any money in their hands. Do you get it?
Right. Oh. There's the reality show twist. Wherever would it go? They would have to roll it up
and do what they have to do.
And yeah,
some would use a couple different holes, mind you. And
big money winner.
And then they walk out and they're all naked and sobbing because now they got cash and they're on the floor counting their cash.
Yeah.
Just dreaming of all the fine Christmas gifts they could get.
And finally it hit home when your mom would say to you, take that money out of your mouth. You don't know where it's been. And you sit there, and at that moment I went, yes, I now understand.
And we felt good about ourselves when there was a young naked girl on the floor with a lot of cash. I think she was the big winner that day.
Yeah.
Crying her eyes out as she's counting her money naked. And Anthony and I asked her, why are you crying? And she said, now I'll have enough money to buy Christmas presents for my daughter.
It's Must a cheery story. A proud moment.
We sound like complete asses during this interview. We will bring back the Money Snatch game. We know we can do that.
Yeah, that will do.
Should we do that around Christmas? Yeah, Christmas is the time for that one.
Isn't Christmas the time for all those type of events?
And we also need to do the homeless shopping spree this year.
Yes.
I think we can pull that one off. I think we have a big enough audience in the New York, New Jersey area to bring back the homeless shopping spree.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes, definitely. We'll do that sometime after Thanksgiving. Okay?
Oh, wait a minute.
What?
Today's show.
Yeah?
I think I saw an Opie and Anthony O&A Party Rock sign.
Okay.
Oh, no. No. Oh, no. It was from Little Rock, Arkansas. Just a little family saying hi to everybody back in Little Rock.
Let's say hi to Scorch in Syracuse.
What's up, boys?
The Kingdom of Nakedness.
Militia.
It's the Naked Militia now, Opie.
No, it'll always be known as the Kingdom of Nakedness.
Naked Militia. He's upgraded.
What's up, guys?
You're a hamburger, right? No, you're pizza?
No, I'm pizza. I was saying, no, you're hamburger. You're the best. I forgot already. I'm hamburger. Yeah, I think I might have been pizza, but they wanted burgers.
They wanted,
but I was
but
the
he's
best pizza man in the business.
Best pizza ever, but they wanted hamburgers.
And you know what? God damn it, I still am.
Scorch is a friend of the show and has always been a friend of the show.
Always been.
He wasn't an enemy that turned into a friend or a friend that turned into an enemy. He's been a friend that continues to be a friend.
Yes.
That's nice. Are you going to sing a Clarence Clemens song to me now? Maybe you're a friend of mine.
That's terrific. That's terrific. Scorch does mornings in Syracuse.
Yeah, where are you, Scorch?
Going down the toilet after that, thanks.
What station?
Rock 105, The Dog.
The Dog.
Rock105dog.com. Of course, thenakedmilitia.com as well. Sign up for that. Talk to these Oompa Loompas because they're very cool.
You got Oompa Loompas in the studio?
I've got the original Oompa Loompas, Malcolm and Rusty.
Are you sure they're real Oompa Loompas? Because we know that there were a couple of imposters out there.
No, these guys are real.
Like Wizard of Oz midgets. They run around saying that they're Wizard of Oz midgets when they're really not.
No, these guys are Oompa Loompas. They are original Willy Wonka midgets. So why don't you talk to them? Say hey to them.
How old are they now?
How old are you guys?
Well, good morning. How are you?
Oh, they're from England. So
my name is Rusty, and I was an original Oompa Loompa, and I'm just over 50 years of age, and I've got Malcolm Dixon here. Say hello.
Could you
How are you?
Hello.
Could you sing us a piece of the Oompa Loompa
Oh,
song?
that'd be
I'd
great.
love
yeah.
The song? Okay. Oompa Loompa Doompa Dee Doo, I've got a perfect puzzle for you. Oompa Loompa Doompa Dee Dee, say hello to Opie and Anthony.
Oh, look at that.
Wait a sec, man. I didn't get one of those on my show.
Scorch doesn't rhyme with Opie and Anthony.
I hated it.
I thought it was kind of cute because it was like I actually had no idea you were going to do that. So what do you guys do now besides like just kind of just tour and stuff like that?
Yeah, we're here for an event in Auburn.
No one cares.
We're going to meet two Munchkins and.
Oh, there's still Munchkins alive?
Yeah,
Yes.
two of them. And
Speaking of the Munchkins, I gotta tell the gang here on our show. David Spade's new show on Comedy Central, Showbiz.
Yeah.
He played some audio clips of the Munchkins talking.
Yeah.
Holy shit, we got to get the audio.
Really?
Yeah, they did a whole press tour where they were on GMA and all this. Oh, are you guys live with us?
No, we ain't.
Oh, you had to dump
Oh,
out?
I didn't know we were like simulcasting today, Scorch. You guys tell
Sorry,
me.
Scorch.
No, that's okay. What the fuck do I care?
No,
oh,
you
was
can't.
that live just then? I'm sorry. No.
All right, just tell us not to curse. Are we live in Syracuse?
No, yeah, you are, but that's okay. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. You should have told me.
Man, it's all good. What the hell? I don't have a license after today anyway.
No, this is satellite radio. We can curse and stuff. That's why satellite radio much cooler than commercial radio.
That's why I'm coming to XM starting January. Oh, did I let that slip out?
Whoa. Are you really?
We'll talk. Anyway, what else is going on? Talk to these guys.
God, I
Finish
hope
this
not.
up, 'cause I gotta go
What's that, Scorch?
We don't need
I
the
said,
kingdom
I gotta
of
go
nakedness on this fine platform.
Naked Militia.
Naked Militia?
You want to talk to the Oompa Loompas?
Yes,
yeah,
I'm
the
sorry.
Oompa Loompas. Actually, we have a lot of people calling in that wanted to talk with the Oompa Loompas.
Yes.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah, one of which we got Steve. Is that Steve?
Yeah, we got Steve on the phone.
We're national, so we're all over, and this call is coming from Yellowstone.
Yes, he's a big fan of the movie, so let's talk to Steve. See if I can make this work here. Steve, you there?
Oh my God! Hello. Hi. Are these guys really? Are you guys imposters or are you for real?
We are for real. We are for real, and you can come and see us in Auburn, New York on tomorrow and Saturday at TNK Hardware, 76 State Street, because we will be there. You can come and touch us if you like. And I'm just talking to the chicks there.
I am actually a very big fan. Oh my God! Are you the only two Oompa Loompas, or are there more?
There are three guys still alive. And there's one girl. In fact, she lives in a twilight home in England.
Ramon! Kill these green-haired little savages!
Hey,
Ramon! Bring me a spoiled family photograph!
What about the orange face?
Ramon! Drown these two like the Smith children!
Hey guys, I gotta
Ramon! Bring me a singing piece of shit!
You're still live in Syracuse,
Steve!
I'm sorry.
Steve, I gotta apologize for Steve from Yellowstone. He's very inappropriate.
Yeah.
And he is not for broadcast radio with his language.
That's right.
Horrid.
Hey guys, I'm glad I could hook you up with the Oompa Loompas, but I gotta run and do a show and get no ratings.
Okay, Scorch.
We'll talk soon, man.
Ruined family photograph. My favorite.
You can hear the panic in Scorch's voice. We were definitely live. Someone call Sam, our old intern.
That's great.
Interns for Scorch up there. Let's see if
Yeah.
we actually were live, or maybe someone from Syracuse heard us on commercial radio. I want to see if the curses got over the air.
Goddamn, Jimmy. You fucking kill me. That is so funny. Midgets are genetic disasters. What was the last one? He stepped on you.
I know I said
it started Ramon.
Bring me, bring me talking pieces of shit.
No, we got that one.
Oh wait, Ramon.
Yeah.
Bring me a spoiled family photograph.
Yes,
no, we
got
got
that one. There was one about AIDS that I didn't quite.
Of course, Ramon Oompa Loompas have AIDS. Please.
Dude. Scorch is a pretty brave broadcaster. You could hear the panic in his voice.
Yeah.
Because he decided to simulcast us today, and
Yeah.
those curses were going out.
God damn, is that funny?
Over the airwaves.
Hey, fuck it. Scorch goes out in a blaze of glory.
I don't give a
Naked
shit.
militia.
Hey, Paul in New York, what's up?
Hey, good morning, guys. Happy birthday, Jimmy. I just want to remind you that the marathon is on Sunday, and how about Big A running it to finish last, punching out?
Wait, what? Holy shit.
What was that?
Are the pests thinking of that?
The marathon Sunday.
Oh, wow.
Well,
that would be huge.
Wait, this is that guy actually helping the program out. We wanted to do this last year, if you remember, Anthony.
But we thought of it after the marathon.
There's this publicity whore that runs...
Oh,
Jesus, Ope.
Opie Forrester.
She's an attention seeker. Ask Ben, because Ben knows too. She runs.
Yeah,
all
her and her severed spine.
She quote
attention seeker.
She quote runs all these marathons.
Watch how fast he mentions the Boston Marathon. It's Boston here.
I forgot her name. It'll come to me though. But she's what the hell is her name? Someone will help me out. She makes sure that she's in the last person to cross the finish line every year at the New York City Marathon, the Boston Marathon.
Yeah.
And then they interview her and how did you do it and
like it's the last story of the marathon.
Right. And she's not what? And she's not even running the thing obviously.
No,
she's just walking.
She's walking.
And she's got some ridiculous disease that we all have to sit there and feel sorry for.
Jesus Christ, Opie. I'm sure she doesn't think it's ridiculous.
Poor old gal.
She's exploiting.
She has a disease. I don't know what it is either, but it could be like CP.
But she purposely makes sure she's last to get all the attention.
Last, because that's who gets the attention. When 3 days after the marathon's over, they're going, and lastly this evening, coming in last in the Boston Marathon, but very courageous,
right?
Blah, blah, blah.
I think No Filter Paul could get this done. Because he's obsessed with Big A and his career.
Big A, you think, could come in
last?
More laster?
Yeah, but it takes like 2 days.
Yeah, you gotta come in last.
Like she finally crosses the finish line after everyone has gone home.
The cars are running on the streets. Everything's done.
They've packed up everything.
Yeah.
The camera crews.
The puke has been hosed off the streets of Boston.
Right.
Trunks.
We have to get Big A to come in last at the New York City Marathon this year.
Is there a time limit on when you can sign up to get in?
Oh, that's a good question.
I don't know.
Let's hope not.
Yeah.
How do you get in?
That might be a problem. All right, we'll think.
Come
That
on.
one. Let's say hi to Sam, our old intern, who's now interning for Scorch. Sam.
Yeah.
Were we live on the air?
Scorch is here. Yeah, we were live.
Oh, Jesus.
So all those curses went out?
Well, I bleeped them out.
Oh, you bleeped them out?
Oh, you dumped out?
Yeah.
But Scorch, there was a panic in your voice, though.
No, not at all. I was having a blast. Those guys were very cool about everything.
Even Steve from Yellowstone.
They were laughing. They wanted you to make fun of their yellow faces as opposed to the green hair.
They were actually just glad to have the airtime. They were smiling when they left.
Oh, yeah?
Of course they were.
It's a lifetime of plastering smile onto your little face.
Hiding the misery in that little body.
Yeah, it's a lifetime of looking up at the big people and smiling.
A phone call that said, bury him in the lake like the Smith kids.
Yeah, they seem to like that one.
We all
freaks.
Rotten Brits.
Thank you. It's Zoe, by the way. She comes in last place every year. Zoe.
Okay.
She has MS.
Oh.
Ah.
Yeah, so what are you saying? We should get maybe an O&A pest to tip that chair over?
Just somebody to trail her.
Right.
That she has to cross that line first.
Right.
And it would be great to have both of them standing there not wanting to cross over.
Right,
and see how long that standoff goes for. Well, standoff and sit off.
Sam, put someone in a wheelchair.
Sam. You should have seen the handlers of the Oompa Loompas actually had to pick one of them up and put them on the chair.
That's small.
You got to hear the audio of the Munchkins. It's unbelievable.
What is it? It's like them talking behind the scenes?
Yeah, because I don't know.
Okay,
there was some kind of anniversary or something.
Yeah, there's a new DVD out.
Yeah, so they had 5 of them, and I guess there's only 9 left, 9 Munchkins left, and they're sitting there. It's just priceless audio. If anyone has it, please send it to Steve.
Did you have the high-pitched voice talking?
And they're singing and doing the rhymes and all that. And
hey, Anthony, do they sound like your progeria kids that you like?
Exactly, Scorch. How do I join the Naked Militia, Scorch?
You go to the Naked...
You think he's still talking?
Oh, yeah.
Of course he is. You go to nakedmilitia.com.
All right, we got to finish up our Co-Ed magazine interview. We got the gang from Co-Ed coming in a little while. They might even be here. And we have Jeffrey Ross. He's like...
Yes.
He's pacing
Where's Jeff?
back and forth.
Making him wait. All of a sudden, you and Jimmy start yelling at each other.
No, we're just running late. We were supposed to end this break about a half hour ago. We've been talking for like an hour straight here. So,
a pee-pee dance in my chair.
Oh, I see.
So the Money Snatch, that's where we're at. We're going to do the Money Snatch game again. We'll find some women that need money this holiday season, okay? But here is more of our interview with Co-Ed.
So, all right, what do you think about Howard Stern?
Howard Stern created everything. Everything we touch in everyday life. He even created breathing,
religion.
So I want to thank him for that.
Everything. If he was in charge, the levees would never have broken down there. No one would have died. Would have been a wonderful thing. Well, we had to be honest somewhere in the interview.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, obviously he's had a hell of a career, very successful, but I think his better days are long, long gone. And you know, and now he went to satellite radio for a big payday, and God bless him for that. But I don't really see him doing anything really innovative or creative with this new medium that is
original cutting edge
satellite radio.
Right. No. And he's a prick behind the scenes if you work for the same company and you have any type of success. Just to add that in. Yeah, I'm glad I added that in.
There you go.
Was any of that in the interview?
I don't. Some of it was, yeah. That'll be interesting to read the interview to see how what they used and what they didn't use. All right, we're gonna break. We'll get Jeffrey Ross to join the festivities, and I think is Co-Ed magazine. No,
you're just blurting out magazines. Time, Newsweek,
Ben Co-Ed.
Holy shit, Ben!
We've been saying
that's like the worst thing you could say. That's like someone walking in here and go, Howard Stern show? You fucking idiot. Sirius Satellite Radio?
You know how we were playing that too? We
my
we like both companies, Best Buy and Circuit City, but you're saying Best Buy's here, so we're like, yeah, Best Buy, Best Buy.
You mixed up the Red Sox and the Yankees.
Holy
that's what you just
crap.
fucking did.
Absolutely.
Get out of here.
Ben from New York.
Stinks.
Circuit City has.
Now we gotta clean up Ben's mess.
Hell no. They
in
sell
the corner
great
over
stuff.
there, vomiting coke.
Wow, booze. The main guy is just shaking his head. He's not happy.
Of course not.
Of course he's.
Circuit Shack somewhere.
Yeah, Ben doesn't know.
I don't know.
All right. You want to play anything going into the break or no?
Ben knows only one thing. When that scale has been tampered with.
Oh, no, we're late? All right, Ben is panicking. We're late.
Ben knows glassine envelopes.
Get infected.
Brian in Staten Island, a lot of people have picked up on this one. Go ahead, Brian.
All right, I just want to point out that stupid Voss over there called it an altar top instead of a halter top. Way to go, Voss.
What did I call it?
Did you say altar top?
Altar top.
Oh, did I? Oh, maybe I did.
Even Houston wants in on this. Ruben.
Yeah.
Go
ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, go.
Yeah, did Voss just say that Opie was wearing an altar top instead of a halter top?
Jesus. These fucking guys don't miss anything.
Oh, before the mics came on, Voss referred to, he was trying to describe, I guess, how clean, relatively speaking, Bonnie's act is to some other comics. So he goes, you know, compared to some comics, you know, she's a Mother Mary. she's the Virgin Teresa. Virgin Teresa.
Doesn't Paul McCartney sing "Mother Mary comes to me," speaking words of wisdom? Right? Who's motherfucking Mary?
She's like Julie Magdalene.
Yeah, but when you use it in that context, it's either the Virgin Mary or Mother Teresa.
Does he say
Mother
when
Mary.
Mother Mary comes to me?
Yes, he did.
Okay, so who's Mother Mary then?
All right. Well, who else are you going to throw in there? Lovely Rita Mita Maid? How does she feel about Bonnie's
He's
act?
like saying Mother Mary is an actual person.
Yeah.
No, I know a Mother Mary, and she's a good person.
It might have just been a nun or
It
something.
fit in the fucking lyrics
out of
when he was
school.
writing.
That's what I'm going by. I go by all Beatles songs.
Yeah.
All right.
Paperback writer.
Kirsten from Boston, go ahead.
Yeah.
Hey guys, how are you? Boss, you're quite the idiot. Paul McCartney singing about his own mother.
How do you know that?
I know that. I've heard it on the radio. I've read it. It's just like most
Yeah, well,
people
that's who
know.
I was talking about when I was
Hey,
talking
shut
about
up.
I said Paul
Well,
McCartney's mother.
You didn't hear
All right?
She knows. She listens to Breakfast with the Beatles.
That's right.
You didn't hear him sing, "Hey Jill."
I wouldn't be surprised if I did. Passing out, boys.
Thank you, Kirsten. Let's say hi to Matt and Philly.
Hey, Jew, get a tattoo.
Hey Jew.
What's up, Matt?
We'll take a bad word and make it worse. We member.
And we're back with the Opie and Anthony program. We got the gang from Circuit City checking out the show outside.
Right.
Through the
Circuit
glass.
City.
Circuit City. We love Circuit City.
We do.
And our good pal Jeffrey Ross in studio. The New York Comedy Festival, right?
Yeah, tonight.
Tonight at, what?
At 7 at the Lowe's on 42nd and 8th.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
It's
I
a
was trying to figure
screening.
this out.
It's a sneak preview screening, fellas.
Wait, what time is it?
7.
Of what? What are you, like,
I went to Iraq on a USO tour and brought my video camera, made a film for the guys on the tour, like a souvenir. Didn't wind up showing it to the soldiers in the military.
Mm-hmm.
It's been sort of like stepping up, grassroots, and now regular people are seeing it.
Wow.
Just won the best feature at the Montreal Comedy Festival.
Are you a filmmaker,
I'm
sir?
working on it, babe.
That's nice.
I went to film school.
You did?
Long time ago.
Which one?
Boston University.
You know, we got
Longest
one down
fucking
here
week
in New
of my
York,
life.
too.
I know. I really should
Supposed
have
to
gone
be
to that
pretty
one.
good.
I'd be plugging my 8th film if I had done that move. I flipped a coin between NYU Film School and BU Film School.
Really? Good choice.
It's the start of many, many bad choices.
Well, there are people that went to NYU. I think Kevin Smith went.
Yeah, anybody
and
making
just
a
dropped down
living.
and said, fuck this.
Yeah, he's really hurting. Anybody who went to the BU Film School is now running the Vermont Public Radio Station. Sad. But it's cool, to come back to New York and make a film about comedians when you're a comedian.
Obviously you're over in Iraq, you're filming. What was the gist of what you were taping? The comics?
I was
it
there
more soldiers? Was it?
It's about 10. There's stand up in there. It's me and Drew Carey and a bunch of other guys. Drew Carey's a former Marine, so he was all gung ho about not just going to Baghdad, where like the president will go or Robin Williams will go. They'll come in Baghdad airport, shake a few hands, and hightail out of there.
Yep.
Drew insisted on going to all these outer remote bases.
Holy shit.
Where the real shit is. It was
Right.
It was pretty intense.
Who's the first celebrity going to get fragged over there?
They mortared our hotel. The Al Rashid Hotel got mortared.
Well, you're staying at the Al Rashid Hotel.
Not a good
I'd
idea.
never stay there. What, no Holiday Inn?
We left, and 5 minutes later, they mortar right above Drew's room, and we had to go back there that night and sleep.
Wow.
It was still the safest place they could put us. It's all in the film. It's pretty neat.
It's a nice hotel, or is it kind of shit?
It's like a Holiday Inn with bellhops and guns.
Because
really.
the Sheridan over there didn't look too bad. They got like a Sheridan?
They're all in this green zone, this protected
Yeah.
area, but it's not that safe,
No, I wouldn't.
Still lob
I wouldn't
the
think
mortars
it's
over.
still, yeah.
Do you get an internet connection at the hotel in Iraq?
No.
No?
No.
Do you get anything cool?
You get mortared, and there's a guy standing outside your room with a machine gun. at
Does
all
the maid
times.
come every morning, though?
No maids.
No maids.
You sleep on a little
you really
bunk.
had guards outside the door?
Oh, it's like it's a war zone. It's definitely guys.
It's
with
like
helmets.
a war zone out there or something.
Yeah, it's not it's a hotel, but it's in a barracks.
But you and Drew both had like guards.
Yeah, we all had guards. I've since gone back. I was there in August.
Really?
And handed out.
You like the place? Is that what it is?
You know what? It's just there's something about the vibe.
See, this is what happens to a lot of guys during wars. In Vietnam, you talk about Brother Weeze.
Brother Weeze went back.
He's one of those guys that gets like this.
You feel alive. You feel alive. And
It's
you
like
miss it.
you're in a fucking war zone, man. It's fucking beautiful, man.
All your senses are running over you, and you're helping people, and you're defending your country, and at least
You're digging the friggin' danger, man. You're getting like an adrenaline thing
I
going.
just wanted that Kevlar helmet on one
It's
more
a
time.
drug, right?
What was the craziest thing you saw over there?
Was, gosh.
The
you
one
know,
memory where you go, man, I'll never forget what?
I'll never forget doing a show on the back of a flatbed truck in the middle of Al-Assad near the Syrian border. I mean, it's just 120
That'd be a
degrees
fun
out.
place.
I'm on stage, and I'm halfway through my act, and I start spinning. Like, in my head, I'm dizzy. I finish my show, and I walk off stage, and I look at the USO producer, and I was like, something's wrong with me. 2 seconds later, I'm in a Jeep with one other lieutenant colonel, driving me forever through the desert to a medic tent.
Oh, shit.
And they pumped me with saline solution and made me lay there for 4 hours while I was like, ooh.
You're completely dehydrated?
Don't know what's happening. I don't know what it was.
Were you drinking a lot of water?
I was, but it didn't seem to matter.
Didn't take?
And then they said it was something that everybody gets. It's called Saddam's revenge, where you don't know if you don't know if you're constipated, you don't know if you're dizzy, you don't know if you're tired, awake. You're just sensory overload.
Wow.
And that's what they said I had.
Does the water give you the shits over there?
Yeah, you try to drink bottled water.
Yeah.
I think the guns give you the shits over there.
Yeah.
It was really fucking scary.
You allowed to pack any heat?
Yeah.
Were you packing heat?
Just the jokes, babe.
Just the jokes. Yeah, there you go.
I think, Jeffrey's done our show many times. He's a friend and all, but I think he's a little bummed today.
Why?
Because he was supposed to be on that show.
Oh,
I
the
don't care.
Today Show.
You care.
I went actually.
You're a little hurt right now.
I went into I was there in August, and Matt Lauer was on my plane doing Where the Hell's Matt Lauer?
And he went to Iraq, and you met him and all that, right?
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
And
He's
he
been
promised,
supportive of the troops.
But he promised that you would be on the Today Show.
And instead they bumped me for How to Cook Italian. Yeah,
that's good.
As opposed to Iraq, where it's How to Cook an Italian. It's fine. I love coming on here. I'm glad you got to call all your ex-interns before you had me on. That was really meaningful.
Yeah.
It was a whole involved thing that
Yeah,
was
it was
going
very
on. I saw you
involved.
pacing. I'm like, man, we got to get him in here. He's just going to leave on us.
No, never,
and
fellas.
we like you on the show.
I love coming on, and this is screening tonight is very important to me, and I love the fact that you let me come on. And
How long is the movie?
It's 75 minutes, and then there's a Q&A afterwards.
Because you're at 7 o'clock. You're done by like 8:20, 8:30 Q&A.
Yeah.
Because the Cringe show is right across the street. So if some guy's going to the Cringe show tonight on 42nd and 8th.
Mm-hmm.
You're where?
42nd and 8th.
The Lowe's. You're right there. So the Laugh Factory is right around the corner from where
So
you're
for
going
the
to be.
price of a movie, you can see a second show.
Look at that.
Well, I'm saying the Cringe show's at 9, so you start at 7.
Oh,
That's
perfect.
plenty of time.
I'll be done by 9. That works out great, Jimbo. Thanks.
What about me? I got to go somewhere else tonight. Can I see this somewhere else?
I could give you a DVD.
I would love a DVD.
Yeah.
And I'll talk about it.
It's playing the week after at the HBO Comedy Festival in Las Vegas.
Did you talk to a lot of soldiers on it?
The whole movie is soldiers, men and women.
How are they? What's the vibe over there you get from?
Is that the HBO Festival
from
in
the
Vegas?
boots on the ground?
You know what it is? When I go there, it's strictly not about asking them that stuff. It's strictly a distraction.
Yeah, but you know what it is? I think more so than reporters or other people going over and asking them is just hanging out with them and catching, the vibe and seeing what are they happy? Are they, pissed? Are they?
They're not happy.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Yeah.
The situation sucks. There's no doubt about it. They don't get enough of a pat on the back. Most of them aren't like the gung-ho Marines you see in Fahrenheit. Burn, motherfucker, burn. They're not like that. They're regular. All the guys in here, even his gang who works at Circuit City, maybe not those guys, but if you just changed our clothes and put uniforms on, we look just like the soldiers. They're like accountants and bulldozer drivers and just like regular folks. And I never really thought about them like that. I always thought about them as like these gung-ho guys from war movies. But they're really normal. There's no front lines. Like just being an accountant at your desk in a base in Baghdad or Fallujah, a mortar could come at any time.
Yeah.
So this is like a backstage pass to the war, this movie. They gave me unbelievable access because I'm not a reporter. I'm just some comedian walking around trailing Drew Carey. And I got some really intimate, revealing conversations with soldiers, and
Mhm.
I think it'll open up people's mind a lot to what the military is all about. I didn't know shit. I'd never even met a soldier. I was an arm cross, cynical, eye roller, not into the war at all. But
Mhm.
I learned when I was over there that, you know, you don't have to really love the quarterback to root for the team. You can just sort of be. It's not about the politics of it. It's like you
Mhm.
can be a patriot without really picking a side, and I kind of dig that.
Yeah. Some people don't agree with that, though.
How about the shitty New York Times editing that guy's letter?
What happened?
The Times has been very anti-war. Today in the Post is a soldier. He wrote a letter predicting his own death, like I'm pushing my luck.
Right.
But they edited out the part where he was saying that he was for what was going on.
Oh, really?
You know, yeah, he had a big, patriotic stuff at the end, and they
Wow.
just put like the one blurb. Fucking Times stinks.
That's the one thing like I love about the soldier shows. I was just down in New Orleans and Mississippi doing shows for the relief workers too. And
any time for you, my friend? Do you take time for yourself, or
Yeah.
are you always giving?
He went to
You-
Cuba.
You son of a bitch. I know.
And he broke his hip ice skating.
Yeah, it was
That's what
plenty
I
of
know
time for
about
myself.
Jeffrey Ross.
That's right. Take some time for Jeffrey.
Yeah, I do. I get, believe me, plenty of fun time.
We
I
got to
don't-
get DVDs of this. I really want to see this.
You guys would love this, 'cause
And then
it's-
we'll talk about it more on the show.
It's
after you're done.
exactly what you guys are all about, like reaching people in a different way. And the soldiers would love you guys. You should come on one of these things with me. You could just shake hands and give people a hug. And
I'd go tomorrow.
I saw a
taste
show
of home.
on Discovery Channel. There was a show on soldiers and how they're dealing with it over there and how their families are dealing with it here, and they
Mhm.
kind of go back and forth. And it's exactly what you said. These are just like regular guys,
Right.
And a couple of like really funny guys, and then there's the guy that's kind of really into his job, and it's just the same people you see every day. You can't say like, yeah, they're all they're all into it, or they're all not, or they're all happy, or they're all sad. It's just it's just like you went to work. It's the same type of people.
Exactly.
The
You know what
joke, you're telling jokes and goofing around, but at any moment, more could fly into your head.
Why don't we broadcast from Iraq? Can we do that?
Why don't we do? At least, is it warm? It's nice and warm. Okay, I'm for it. I would take Iraq over winter in New York City. I hate this place.
Yeah, I've got. I was in Baghdad and Kirkuk, Tilio.
You know what it is? It's like if you look at the old tapes of Bob Hope, he would go up and he would do jokes about the president or Vietnam or what's going on right where he is. And
Yeah.
the soldiers loved it, but my style of it is, I don't know what Jim did, but I would do a couple jokes about the general in the front row and shit on him and do all the stuff that the soldiers can't say but I can say.
Yeah.
Then I take them out of it. Do jokes about New Jersey, just getting them
Mhm.
as far away from it as possible. So that little taste of home is like the break they need, I think.
Yeah, not the Bob Hope style. Yeah, how about that Ho Chi Minh, huh? Yeah.
I would do. I did a lot of Randy Credico style anti.
You did?
No. Of course not.
They didn't censor me though. They probably didn't. You could say whatever you want.
Whatever
That's
you
another
want.
thing. Another great thing about the USO. It's all about freedom of speech, and that's why we're
Mhm.
over there. And they
Yeah.
let people. Gail Sayers. I went with Colin this last time, and Gail Sayers was with us, the football legend. And
Really?
he would just go on and preach Jesus, and nobody stopped him.
Wow.
So I would,
how's
I would go
how's
up
the
and-
crowd react to that one?
They were fine with it. Then
Yeah.
Colin would go up and tell them all I'm a Jew. There's all these Kuwaiti generals in the front row.
Oh, Jeffrey's a Jew.
This is a great question. We talked about this in the past on the show. Jared from New Jersey.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Hey, man.
I think it was Jeffrey Ross that said once that he was driving down the road in a Humvee and he saw a werewolf.
Was it
running
Jeffrey or
across
somebody
the
else
street.
that went there? Was it Colin? Somebody did swear that they saw werewolves.
Oh, I could have swore it was Ross. All right, I'm sorry. Punching out.
Doesn't everybody over there look like a werewolf? Right?
Yeah.
It's just a typical Iraqi fashion statement, probably.
Some hairy idiot making a bumbling noise.
Hey, what was you were saying in the back office, you were talking about that show about the soldiers giving out the toys to the kids and their angle on it. that
Oh
whole
yeah,
thing?
yeah, because they show on the news soldiers giving out toys to the kids or something like that. And on the show I was watching, one of the soldiers that was involved in them giving toys is just manning a gun on a Humvee, and he turns to the camera. He's just like, screaming, fucking kids, not at this hour. I just can't fucking do it.
Wow.
Like, he's just pissed off that he's got to be there and deal with these little kids. And the news presents it like they would never show that. They would just not show that.
I got that kind of...
That shit's great,
intimate
man.
stuff. You
Yeah,
know?
that's what you want. You don't want the
Fox
company
News.
line. You don't want them representing anybody but themselves. I want to hear from guys, you know. From
normally the soldiers, because I've been back a couple of times, they get like a piece of paper every, when the media's around. So with like talking points, just like a politician would. And they sort of stick to that. But because I wasn't a reporter, they'll tell me anything. I'm just a guy with a home $500 shitty little camera.
Great.
And they're talking to me the way we're talking now, eye to eye.
That's fantastic.
And you learn that they're just like us.
Yeah.
It's pretty neat.
How's the surrounding area doing as far as progress with anything? Because you hear, well, they're building the schools and getting the infrastructure back.
Well, the one thing I noticed, because I was there right before they caught Saddam, and then I was there just a couple months ago, and the one big difference I noticed as far as progress goes is that we're a lot more dug in, which is kind of scary.
Yeah.
Instead of performing in tents, I was performing in huge buildings that we either were squatting in, took over,
wow, that's
or
telling.
they built. We're not going anywhere.
Yeah, for a
This
while.
is going to be a whole new band of brothers coming back every 6 months. Guys are now rotated. I'm seeing people in Fallujah that I saw in Baghdad 2 years ago. It's like going back to Caroline 6 months later. They're like, didn't do the same joke you did last time. And I'm like, no, you got more important things to think about. They're like, no, we have nothing. They're very grateful to have any kind of visitor.
Yeah. Were you around a lot of reservists?
There's a lot of reservists. Yeah. I mean, especially like you have to stop in Kuwait, and the reservists will be there. Just making sure everything's safe as we go into Iraq.
That's kind of an odd breed because they're really just regular guys that were working at gas stations or farms. And
I met a guy who had his own photography business in the Midwest.
Yeah,
and he was just starting to make some money and got his own studio, and suddenly like whoop, he's just like pulled out of his life.
Go ahead.
He's got a machine gun. He doesn't know how to, got a family man, and this is his life all of a sudden. You think his customers are waiting for him back home? No.
It's the reserves are the oddest thing. That
Imagine if you guys got pulled out of here, and you said, you know what, we'll be back in a year, fans.
How about 26 months?
Yeah.
We'll be back
months.
in 2 years. Well,
hey,
they
Jim,
did.
Jim, hold it down by yourself.
They did, Jeffrey, but we weren't being shot at during those 2 years. But they did kind of pull us off and say, don't do this for 2 years.
Yeah, so you know the feeling. You can sympathize.
The reservists are like, it amazes me that they're such a big part of what's going on over there.
Right.
And the lack of any real substantial combat training is amazing. And these guys have to go out on patrols and do things when, excuse me, I run a fucking deli.
You know what it's like? We walk. The impression I got going through the streets, because when you're with the military, you can go to places you can't really go when you're part of the press. But because I'm rolling with the military, you can see everything. You go down the street in Baghdad from one base to another. We're like the redcoats. The terrorists are everywhere. They're in hiding. They all look alike. We don't know who's who. Everything is just a big, dusty, sandy mess. And we're just walking through, making patrols with our green uniforms on.
And everything's just a threat. Everything's a potential
I said
threat.
We're getting on a Black Hawk helicopter for the first time. The sun's coming up. And I go, do they shoot at the helicopters around here? And the lieutenant colonel looks at me and he goes, they shoot at anything with an American flag on it.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I'll sit in the back.
I'll sit in the back.
I said, you want some earplugs? I was like, you have a diaper?
You do know they shoot at the back of the helicopter, too.
I just was hoping I'd be in the back. I don't know.
You flew every day, right?
We flew a few times a day.
Oh,
really?
We do different bases. Drew Carey, he's very gung-ho, and he wanted to insist on seeing as many troops as possible, so we would move at least 3 times a day.
Wow.
That's unbelievable.
Sometimes by convoy, sometimes by Black Hawk, sometimes by C-130 transport plane.
That's all we flew was C-130s. I didn't fly any Black Hawks.
Yeah.
Let's say hi to...
It's pretty cool.
Wow.
Let's say hi to Turtle from Whackbag. Turtle.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
I was in the 1st Gulf War. I was 3rd Tank Battalion, 1st Marine Division. And you're absolutely right. After combat, the rest of your life, you miss that, not the adrenaline, but nothing ever matches that intensity or that focus or that critical factor because it's all a letdown after that. You move on and you just you live your life, and it's not nothing's ever as important.
Yeah, I guess if you've been in that kind of shit and you actually make it through and you get home, how exciting is driving the minivan to...
It does get to you. I came out of a stupid audition for some Wayans Brothers movie that I don't even know why whatever.
Are they still looking at people?
And I'm just like coming out of this ridiculous audition going, what am I doing with my life? And I checked my messages, and it was a call from the USO saying General Honoré wants to know if you can meet Wayne Newton at the airport in 4 hours and go down to New Orleans and Mississippi and do some shows tomorrow and the next day. It was just like... It was like a call to arms. Like your duty, your America's calling, and he's right. There's no substitute for that adrenaline rush. And I was like, yeah, man, I packed up my Ambien and my fucking whatever, and I'm rolling, man. And you're out there, and you feel like you're giving just a little bit that you can give back.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing I know how to do is make fun of people, and they're thrilled to have me.
Let's go to Jarhead. Jarhead.
Hey, how you doing, O&A? Little Jimmy.
Hey.
How you doing? I was actually with the Marines reservist. I was deployed over there for the initial invasion. And what you're saying about reservists, it's an interesting kick, man. You end up going from your regular life, mortgage, car, everything else, to suddenly, being deployed wherever. But I'm glad I joined the Marine Corps as opposed to another branch, Army or Navy, something like that, because at least the Marines hold the same standard of training everybody else does that the regular forces have to do.
Yeah.
It's a huge difference between it.
Yeah, like when you're regular a Marine or Army, that's what you decided to do, You're training all the time.
Some of them just signed up for a discount on a college education.
Right.
And they're fucking dragged out to Baklava.
Yeah, you've always got your guys. There's a certain amount of guys that just, they just joined because they wanted the GI Bill. But
that's the chance you take, man. Yeah. That's the roll of the dice, You could go through 10 years of peacetime, and it's paying for your schooling. Or, oops, something happens.
What good is an education if you've got brain damage and you're having flashbacks? And
yeah, but, we've been through periods where, you do your stint and get out and not see anything.
How about a place like Israel where it's mandatory? I mean, everybody gets 18, everybody joins.
Right.
Glad that's not here.
Yeah.
Let's say hi to Russ. Hey, Russ.
Hey, what's up?
What's up?
Hey, I just wanted to point out something. I don't know if I know you guys went on the USO tour, Jeff, but I don't know if you went to LSA Anaconda. It's just north of Baghdad. That's where I was stationed.
I was there.
Up there.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, let me tell you something. I mean, I appreciate what the USO tour does and all that. Like, it's great. But, dude, we get so fucking pissed because there was 20,000 people on our base, and 5% of those people would go out. I was one of them. We go out on patrols and stuff like that. Those motherfuckers, there was I don't know if you must have seen the outdoor pool there, right?
Yeah.
There's an outdoor pool?
Saddam's pool.
Outdoor pool. It's the old Iraqi base. Outdoor pool, indoor pool, fucking Subway, movie theater. Dude, it was like an MTV beach party on that pool. They have a DJ there every night. And we're like, we get back, fucking firefights, shit going on. We get back, and these motherfuckers, there's girls in bikinis, because, there's like civilian girls there in bikinis. We're like, what the fuck? Driving by, it's all pissed off.
It's gotta be frustrating.
Tired. Oh my God, dude, we get so pissed at those fucking pieces of shit.
If it makes you feel any better, I did dip my balls in Saddam's pool.
Nice. Hey, if you guys do go over again, try and find out who goes outside the wire and visit their company area, man. That would make their day.
Yeah, I was at Anaconda. I have a theory they should take all Saddam's old palaces and turn them into casinos.
Hey, there you go.
In the Middle East.
Now you got some revenue coming in.
We need to send Trump over there.
Yeah, the Muslim, they love that. Gambling,
casinos, yes, sir.
Decadence. Yeah.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm okay.
I just want to say hi to you. First time
you.
gotten through. Keep it real, fellas.
All right, thanks, Russ.
I missed you.
What a nice guy.
They had a pool party going on, though?
No. We worked our balls off. We did
pool
5
party.
shows a day all over a war zone.
You
I don't know
had
what
pool
this guy's
parties.
dreaming about.
Naked chick, come on.
Yeah, we went over there, Bob Hope style. We bought a band and the Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders. We fucked 12 hours a day and did one show in the afternoon and went back.
Hey, let's say hello to Charo. Let's bring Charo out. Nothing?
I didn't.
Charo joke?
I went to Saddam's pool. I didn't go in it. I was embarrassed because there were green berets in it. I was fucking my fat stomach. I was embarrassed to be in shorts in front of these like real men in a war.
I was pretty cynical when I first got there. We're in BIOP, No, not buy up. Baghdad International. But then we went off to the Republican Palace, and there were a few like reporters and maybe a few like brass in the pool, and I took a shot of it, and I say in the movie, I say, there they are, searching the pool for weapons of mass destruction.
All right, we should take a break. You going to hang, Jeffrey, or what?
Yeah.
All right, so the big plug again. It's tonight at 7 o'clock.
It's a sneak preview tonight. It's the first time screening in New York. It's called Patriot Act, a Jeffrey Ross home movie. And it's all shot on my video camera. It's tonight with a Q&A at the Lowe's, 42nd and 8th. I really want to get people... Every American should see this movie. I really believe that. I'm not just saying that because it's mine.
At 7 p.m. And you're going to give us DVDs, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. More with Jeffrey Ross in just a bit.
The very worst of the Opie and Anthony FU line.
Hey, CR England, fuck you, you bunch of fucking cocksuckers. You guys lick balls. CR England blows. Opie and Anthony rule, and Howard Stern is their stool. Oh, fuck me. Fuck me. Fuck me. Yeah, I want to say fuck you to Howard Stern, you washed out motherfucker. Fuck you, Verizon Wireless, you fucking bastard. No good service working motherfucker. Fuck you. I want to say fuck you to Alltel Communications, the worst fucking phone system in the fucking world. Shove it up your ass, Alltel.
Call the Opie and Anthony FU line at 1-866-FU line 1. 1-866-FU line 1. Well, fuck you very much.
Great is this? Jeffrey Ross in studio, a friend of the show. He hasn't been around in a while.
Great to see you guys.
Going to Iraq and filming stuff. Don't forget tonight, Patriot Act, a Jeffrey Ross home movie. 7 o'clock, Lowe's, 42nd East Walk Theater. That's 42nd Street and 8th Avenue.
It's only like $9.
That's nothing. Just make sure we get our free DVDs.
DVDs will be for sale for everybody come around Memorial Day.
I committed to go to the Islanders game, where I'd go in a second. I got to bring my little nephew, or I would blow off the Islander game for you. But
how old is he? Bring him to the movie.
He's like 7.
I don't know.
6, 7.
He's probably
maybe too intense for children.
He might be too tense.
Yeah, he's 6.
Huh?
That'd be 6 is probably too young.
Yeah. So yes, we got the Kevin Federline rap song.
Oh, it's gonna be good.
Holy shit!
I'm sure it's great.
Kevin Federline.
That guy brings
rapping.
it, man. He's all attitude. I watch him. I'm like, that's a guy I want to hang with.
Hey, Brittany.
Brittany's husband, obviously.
Both of them together, just a talent powerhouse.
If I were him, I'd write a song and just call it, "You Got That Right." I dumped it in her.
She's already pissed off because he's like going out at night and stuff.
What do you think? He married her going, oh, I can't wait to cook her dinner for the rest of 40 years.
All right, hold on a minute. Bob Kelly's checking in. Bob Kelly.
What up, boys?
Hi, Bob.
All right, you said something on the show a long time ago, and now finally we get to challenge you on it.
Oh.
You're going to challenge a challenge, not a discussion.
You sound sleepy.
Yeah, did you just wake up?
Yeah, I woke up.
Oh, this will be another great appearance by Bob Kelly then. Jesus. When do you wake up?
At normal people time?
Yeah, that's true.
Normal people time?
You act like
What's
it's
he
normal
supposed
to
to do?
4.
I know.
But it's all,
Get up, go fishing.
Yeah. Dude, it's after 10.
You know who's happy to call in the show? Milkmen.
But it's after 10. I'm not. It's not like we just got on the air.
1965.
Bob's a comic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who gets up at fucking... who?
Way to say it, Bob. Way to say it.
Hey, guys.
He is a sleepy guy.
Yeah, what drug do you take to sleep at night?
He listens to tapes of his act.
What should I take?
What?
I take a sleeping pill sometimes.
You do?
That's obvious.
Yeah,
Just a little something to help me sleep.
You have to smush it underneath your fingernail and then stick your finger in your ass for it to take effect.
Ooh.
Isn't that weird?
That's terrific. That's terrific.
Ow.
So what's the debate about? What's the
what's going on? It's a quick thing.
What's
Bob,
the heat with
you're
Bob?
on the show, and
Yes, sir.
you went to Iraq, right?
Yes, sir.
We have Jeffrey Ross in studio, who also went to Iraq.
Hello, sir.
Hey, buddy.
And
How are
he did not see any werewolves.
He wasn't where I was at, dude.
You said like everybody that's been there has the story of the werewolf.
Did I say that?
Yeah, pretty
Yes.
much.
Well, then I'm going to stand by that.
You
I said
swear you've seen a werewolf.
Dude, let me tell you something, man. What I saw, and me, Colin Quinn, and Tracy Theed, the lady from the USO, and a major in the Army. Granted, he's an accountant. He never shot his gun.
What is that phone ringing in the back? What are you, a telethon?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like an old-style ringing phone going on in the background.
My cell phone. I don't know. It's
Bobby's on the other line going, how many DVD roast Dean Martin would you like? Johnny Carson's greatest hits? Hold, please.
That was a good one, you friggin' mushy Jew.
I love all the people that thought they were going to be clever by making their cell phone ring like an old-fashioned phone.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
No, I'm going
It's
the other
overdone.
way. That's the way it is. Instead of having some fucking 50 Cent tune, I'm going old school.
You know what I do? I put it on vibrate so it doesn't annoy anyone but me.
That's it.
You know what you do? You shut your phone off and never call your friends back.
I'm busy, man. I can't help it.
He doesn't need you anymore.
He calls us back.
Yeah, I call Aunt Nope. If Greg and Tony call me, ring, right? I star 6-9.
If you have a national talk show, he talks to you a lot.
If there's a paycheck at the end of the friendship, yeah, you're right.
Attaboy, Bob. Let me tell you what I love Bob Kelly. From August 2002 to October 2004, it was all about Bob Kelly. I loved Bob. Now, I'll acknowledge him. Bob, yes. How's it going?
And we're not delusional, and we know he's going to do the same thing to us.
Not
Bob,
true.
so.
He's done it before.
He's done it before.
He's done it before. Jim is a coattail riding motherfucker.
I really am.
All right, let's get into this werewolf
Parasite.
discussion. You explain the.
I think you guys were having some Saddam flashback, losing it a little bit.
Yeah,
man.
explain the
The
werewolf
heat-
sighting.
Yeah.
Dude.
Dehydration. I think you were just.
First of all, I got off the plane and they said that there was lions in the area because they never caught them. They had a zoo there. This guy, Uday, had his own zoo at this palace. That's why they built it. And a lot of the animals they didn't catch because these creeps just let them out when the Marines got there.
Damn them.
So.
That I go with. I'll believe that.
Yeah.
I went to that palace.
Oh, that's a fact.
Yeah.
Please don't say you're agreeing with me like you're doing me a favor. That's
No. We know that.
I
heard these rumors as well.
I was there. I went to that palace, and they showed us this is where they used to throw
I was just
men.
trying to sound sophisticated.
So you take that, but you take that story,
Wait,
right?
no, I'm not done. That's not the story.
No, I know it's not the story, but you take that. Some motherfucker's making me look bad.
What the fuck was that?
Wow, what was
called
that
it-
ringtone?
It's the standard Samsung ringtone that's on here,
Standard.
as far as I know. But don't you think that maybe what you saw wasn't a werewolf and was an escaped animal from a zoo?
I'll tell you why it wasn't an escaped animal. Who the fuck? I'll tell you why it's not an escaped animal.
It was
Because
a woman
it
with
had-
her burqa off.
Because it had the body of a woman.
Someone's being a scumbag and calling all of us. Is it Ben?
Look at Bob. I love it.
Oh, fucking Bob. You just text messaged me?
So listen.
What is wrong with him?
I think he's on drugs.
So listen. So then
Yeah.
all right, so it was. Hello?
Yeah, we're right here.
Jesus, Bobby.
This is the
Some
longest
coffee and
story
call
ever.
us back.
I'm sorry, because his phone's ringing.
So now the animals are loose. Where's the werewolf come in?
The animal. Someone's calling my phone.
Then answer the fucking phone, please. Tell us who it is.
It's Norton. Fucking creep. I'm shutting. You guys really suck ass.
Go ahead. Werewolves.
Fucking a bunch. Well, it's just being children. All right, so listen, Anthony.
Yeah.
Anthony, Opie.
Yeah, we're listening.
Yes, we're listening.
Fucking thing. This fucking new bit stinks. Oh my God.
Okay, so you know animals are loose. How do you know what you saw wasn't a loose animal and was indeed a werewolf?
Yes, let's get to it.
Come on.
How do you have perfect timing with the fucking phone beep? Because it was a fucking dude. It had it had the head of a man. No, wait, no.
All right, let it be known that I'm reading the newspaper.
It had a I swear to God, it was a fucking wolf's head.
Yeah.
And a man's chest.
A wolf's head
and a man's
chest.
And like a baby boy wolf ass.
Wouldn't that just be a wolf?
No, man. The way this, and it was like 6 feet off the ground.
Maybe it was just one of those big, hairy Arab guys.
No, dude.
Like with a big
Maybe
beard.
you were accidentally looking in the rearview mirror.
No, man.
Or maybe it was just Halloween.
Hang on. Let Jeff have that fucking hot one in the face. Maybe you were just looking in the rearview.
Anything to break up your cell phone ringing gag.
It's not my gag.
Yeah,
dude.
Bob,
It's
stop.
that moron sitting next to you.
Stop ringing your dumb phone.
All right, Bob.
All right, guys.
So that's it for the werewolf?
Yeah, well, I'm sorry my werewolf story was so...
No, well,
Go
Jeffrey
back.
Ross was over there. He did not see any werewolves.
I'm sure Jeff has some exhilarating stories he wants to tell you.
He gave us a great 40 minutes of radio.
I'm not saying that he doesn't. I said I'm sure he has great radio to give. Don't try to set anything up, Opie, you son of a...
Bobby, you should come to the Lowe's tonight. You would really dig this, by the way, since you've been over there.
Yeah, Lon Chaney Jr. is going to be there.
Oh.
All right, Bob.
Anthony, I know you believe me.
I believe you, my friend.
Because you had that outfit on the other night. And you've probably seen werewolves in your time.
Yes.
I think the point we're trying to make is it's so hot over there. It's so scary. There's no booze. He was probably detoxing, and he was just started seeing things.
Seeing shit.
That's what happens.
Ask Colin Quinn. Excuse me.
There's a reliable source.
There was a werewolf in fucking Iraq.
Colin's a fool.
Colin had so many Cheez-Its, he was losing his mind on a sugar high.
All he does is talk. Colin just yaps.
There was a major in the fucking army saw it.
This guy Jim Vargo from New York City is backing you up.
Don't you believe me, Charlie?
He's saying, "Tell Bob I saw a werewolf too."
Good, see?
He rang my doorbell and asked me for candy Monday night. He was with a witch and a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader.
All right, Bob, it's time for you to go back to bed.
Yeah, go to sleep.
What's the big plug for tonight? Where are you going to be?
Oh, you are terrible.
He'll be at the Lowe's on 42nd Street in 8th Avenue.
Yes, watching the Jeffrey Ross movie.
People are just so angered on instant feedback.
Why?
They wish there were werewolves that would eat Bob. Bob Kelly sucks. Wow.
Why are they trashing Bob?
Look, they just found a werewolf on Fox News in Iraq.
All three of us dummies looked up.
I was looking for a savage on the screen.
Why are they trashing Bob? Bob's a good boy.
All right, here we go. We're going to do Mr. Spears. He's got a rap album coming out.
Oh, shit.
And the sample hit the internet. And
Brittany, can I get a little money to go into the studio? I want to get some rhymes down on vinyl.
Dude, this guy is urban, man. You don't get it. He's really urban.
Well,
yeah.
Here's a sample of his lyrics. My prediction is that y'all going to hate me and this style we create. My prediction is
he should give predictions for a living.
He's good.
Wow, it's hard to even say. My prediction is
Brittany, I'm getting restless.
My prediction is that y'all gonna hate me and the style we create straight 2008. But I know that you really can't wait because people are always asking me when's the release date.
Of what? When she releases him.
and I'll fuck my dumb pop star wife even though she put on weight.
But the chorus cries out for ridicule.
I love Brittany so much she lets me fuck her even when she has her period. That's how much I love Britinsky.
More werewolf sightings, by the way.
Yeah.
One saw a werewolf drinking a pina colada at Trader Vic's, and his hair was perfect. Okay, so another sighting.
All right, Kevin Federline, you want to hear a sample of his?
Yeah, but I just want us to take it seriously, man. This guy is hardcore.
All right, the single is called.
Come on now, give it a chance.
Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready.
Wow. Stop that for a minute. I'm done with it.
Y'all ain't ready. Yes, we were.
What's his rap name?
That's a very good question.
Lazy.
K-Fed, a.k.a. Mr. Britney Spears.
Yeah.
K-Fed.
A.k.a. ex-backup dancer.
Wow.
I think the beats are cool, yo.
Oh, yeah.
Future backup dancer.
I should be saying, keep my damn name out your mouth, and y'all people keep increasing my change in mouth. So go ahead and say what you wanna. I'm gonna sell about 10 mil, fool, then I'm gonna. I know y'all wish you was in my position, cause I keep getting in situations that you wish you wasn't. Cousin, I'm not your brother, not your uncle, I'm daddy, dude, stepping in this game and y'all ain't got a clue.
I can't.
What's good? Let's go. This is terrific, go.
Yes. 2008. But I know that you really can't wait, cause people always asking me when's the release date. Well, maybe, baby, you could wait and see until then.
I'll say.
Getting anxious, go take
It's like not good enough to be a commercial.
No. This is horrible.
Turn it off!
All right, we'll turn it off.
I like his old stuff better.
Yeah.
Standing in the background on a red carpet.
He really is.
Turn it off,
People keep asking me, when's the release date? Who's asking him that?
Nobody.
Can one person who's white and raps not rip Eminem off? Every white rapper tries to sound exactly like him.
That's the least of his problems.
He was trying to sound even more blacker. That was such a put-on.
That was Eminem
black
Snoop Dogg.
Like
Snoop in there,
he should be wearing minstrel makeup when he's singing that for how black he was trying to sound. Stop it.
Who?
You're a white hillbilly.
Who do these people surround themselves with that actually tells them, like, dude, that's fucking good?
Kevin, I think you are so talented.
Yeah.
I'm going to write you a check right now for $1,200. You go to the studio and you make me proud, baby.
That's what it is.
Now, is his wife, though, but is she really, like, thinking he's good, or is she like a comedian would be when you're dating a hot chick comic? Because he probably fucks her brains out. Obviously, he fucks her well.
Yeah.
So, like, you're dating a hot chick who wants to tell you jokes, and you're like, just shut up, you fucking bitch. But you got to tolerate it because she's hot. Is that what he's going through?
Oh, ask Rich.
She could get anybody, though. She doesn't.
Well,
she must love him. She's got to love him.
I'm kidding. Stop it.
She's a dummy.
She really is a dummy.
You've
She's
seen
been
the show
married
on
twice
MTV,
this
right?
year. Right.
She has nothing.
We were all rooting for that kid, believe me.
Oh, what did we miss?
The article says she laughed at it and didn't like it.
She laughed at it?
Oh, wow. We didn't see what you get if you read the whole article.
That's right.
Reading.
The first paragraph.
It's overrated.
Where does it say
Did
that?
she shit on her husband's album?
Yeah.
Oh, they're having trouble.
Well, at least Britney won't have to worry about her 27-year-old husband going on tour. As it is, Federline has continued to party while Britney stays home with their new baby in Malibu.
Is that your phone, Steve?
Who's that? Who's calling you?
Asshole in the other room.
What is the actual ringtone on that?
Derek, you want to call it again?
Call it again.
What is it?
Dial 1-800-faggot.
Let's hear Steve's ringtone.
You really are a sissy.
Winnie the Pooh. No? Oof. What was that?
It's whatever. It's whatever stock ringtone comes with these new Nokias.
That ain't no stock ringtone.
That's downloaded.
No, it is.
I like that one. It's catchy.
Catchy.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Britney says she said his debut CD might sell 100, maybe 1,000 copies if he was lucky.
Oh, but she was probably being like spouse
while
deprecating.
He's with her. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, oh, it's probably going to, bomb.
You don't see Hillary Swank saying, well, my husband Chad Lowe comes out with a movie, no one's going to see that piece of shit.
Well, that's true,
This
okay.
is obviously a problem for them.
This is, maybe this is how hillbillies act
You don't
with
see
each
John
other.
Travolta shitting on Kelly Preston's next movie.
Well, they're probably sitting together when she said that. He probably went, and he probably slapped her playfully, and she went, oh, pshaw.
Stop.
All right. Well, we got audio of Mike Tyson and Bobby Brown singing.
More singing, yes.
This could be worse than what we just heard.
This is them on
Jimmy Kimmel.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Asking me when my release date.
Release date. Uh-oh.
Drop something.
Thank you.
What,
Good catch, Oak. Good catch.
I think he's referring to his release date from his marriage.
Yeah.
Where'd your brother go?
I don't know. In the office. Oh, he's in the office? That's your ringtone?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's just a pleasant little...
No,
hey,
it's not pleasant.
How are you doing? I have... Your ringtone stinks. Yuck.
Can someone dial me? Can someone dial me?
Well, what do you have? Black Sabbath?
If I believe me, if I could, I would.
You can.
I think I just figured out how you guys feel 4 hours ago.
Wait. Hold on.
Let's compare ringtones.
Wait.
It's
there
vibrating.
we go. That's a fucking man's phone.
Right.
Hello.
Hi, Big Dick Daddy.
All right. Not necessarily a man's phone call, but...
We got Mike Tyson and Bobby Brown singing Monster Mash in honor of Halloween I guess, on the Jimmy Kimmel Show. Let's take a listen.
All right, well, welcome back. Happy Halloween. I'd like to alert the Television and Radio Hall of Fame, right? If you're watching right now, this is about to go in the archives amongst the greatest moments in television history. Here they are, Mike Tyson and Bobby Brown with Monster Mash.
I hope you're ready.
I was working in lab late one night when my eye saw early sight for my master, his Sam.
Holy shit.
Suddenly, to my surprise, he did a Monster Mash. He did a Monster
He sounds retarded.
It got a flash. He did the Somebody ever told me.
Tyson sounds retarded. I guess this is Bobby Brown.
They all over say, oh, they want peace. And it goes in the box. Talk to me now. Woo! In the back, that's a black toy. They did the Monster Mash. They did the Monster Mash. They did the Monster Mash. Hey, they did the Monster Mash. Oh, they did the Monster Mash.
Oh, my God.
I raped her ass. She took my cash. I raped her ass. Her face I bashed.
I got that on TiVo. I got to check that out when I get home.
I raped her big white ass.
He sounds retarded. He absolutely does.
Oh, my God. You can't even tell which one's which.
Oh, you can tell.
One day I was hanging in my hotel room when I thought I would destroy a woman's womb. I pulled out the monster from my pants and started raping her big white ass.
Oh, my God. He sounded like a mongoloid. Jumping around. What a baboon. He can't even talk anymore.
The same person who books the Jimmy Kimmel Live show books the Jerry Lewis telethon.
Yeah, it could have been audio from a telethon.
Mash, 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 mash.
We have video of that?
I hope so. I've got to see that.
I'm no kin to the monkey, no, no, no. The monkey's no kin to me, yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know much about his ancestors, but mine didn't swing from a tree.
Yes.
It seems so unbelievable, and yet they're saying it's true. They're teaching us about it in school now, that humans were monkeys once too. Whoa, I'm no kin to the monkey, no, no, no. The monkey's no kin to me, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Isn't this
I don't
adorable?
know much about his
They sound so
ancestors,
cute.
but mine didn't swing from a tree. Although it's so ridiculous,
I don't believe in their
now
ideology.
that it's true. The teachers that came from a monkey would be better off in a zoo. Whoa, I'm no kin to a monkey, no, no, no.
What about those racist girls?
I don't know much about his.
Well, we got it right in front of us.
We do. There's two 13-year-olds. What are
Have
they
you
called?
heard about these
Prussian
girls
Blue.
there, Jeffrey?
They're called Prussian Blue. They're 13-year-old girls. And that wasn't what we were just hearing. This is what we're going to be hearing. Prussian Blue. They're two little white white power Aryan girls.
They look like the Olsen twins.
Yeah, and they are adorable.
I heard about
They
them.
are the cutest little things, and they wear little happy face shirts, but the happy faces have little Hitler mustaches and that little comb-over Hitler hairdo thing.
That's creative.
Yeah, and they sing songs about white pride.
Oh, that's
and
nice.
being white and how happy they are. Look at, they are adorable. They're like two puggles singing racist songs, aren't they?
Are they twins, or are they just...
Of course they are.
They are. Okay, here you go.
They're like 13 years old or something like that.
Who do they look like in those photos?
Like the Olsen twins.
Hold on, I got to back up for 1 second. Jim, go ahead.
What's going on, O&A?
Hey.
Hey, you got to see the video. It was on ESPN because of Tyson. Tyson has these big Dracula teeth in. That's why he sounds like a retard. and Bobby Brown is dressed up as James Brown. The video is...
Oh, I thought he was kind of sounding a little like James Brown.
You know, he kneels down, gets the coat draped over him. But you got to check out the video. It's hilarious.
All right, cool. We'll do that.
Take it
Thanks.
easy.
All right.
Hi.
So these girls were on Primetime Live, Anthony.
They've been on Primetime, Inside Editions, picking them up. They're kind of making the rounds now, and they're playing it off as they're the adorable little victims of their mother.
Why do shows put them on? What's the purpose?
Because it's sensationalism. It's shocking to have these little Aryan girls preaching hate. But they're portraying them as like victims, and the mother is like the real son of a bitch in this whole thing.
These guys couldn't be any worse than Ken Federline.
No, I'd probably rather hear their music than.
They're actually opening for Bobby Brown and Mike Tyson.
Are they?
Yeah, they're on tour.
They've had some tour dates, but they've had a couple canceled at like they play state fairs down south.
The Apollo.
So the Apollo has been canceled, I believe. I think old Sandman will come out and give them the hook
Do you have
pretty
any
early.
idea how much I'd love them to open for me at a show?
Would that be the cutest little thing?
You'd like them to pee on you, is what you would.
No, they're not old.
Let's listen.
Old enough.
Let's listen to some audio because we're kind of running out of show here.
By now, most of us think we know what the face of intolerance, maybe even hate, looks like.
Yes, we do.
Maybe even hate.
You may have seen an obvious example on the news just this weekend when a group of neo-Nazis marched on a Toledo street and a riot broke out, injuring at least a dozen people.
Wait. The face of that intolerance was pure black. Come on. In Toledo, they had like 10 Klan guys marching, and the city decides they're going to destroy part of their city and businesses and houses and everything else belonging to black people. Stop!
How about showing...
you could point out the intolerance a little better example than using the Toledo example. Holy Toledo.
But tonight, we'll show you another example that is much more deceptive and maybe even more frightening. Over the last 6 months, two 13-year-old girls, innocent-looking twins, allowed us to follow them and their budding singing career.
Budding.
They look like pop stars, but some people say their music is filled with hate and is being heard in schoolyards, on the internet, and maybe even right next door to you.
Oh,
and you know what? Not many people were listening to their music
Of course,
until Primetime Live featured them. Now we're all interested in this.
How many people do you think are listening to
Not
these?
Not that many. Maybe a few hundred.
Yeah.
Now there's got to be, I don't know, hundreds of thousands.
I'm trying to do some good in the world. They got one plug on O&A, which is great. But they're on, like, Primetime Live.
Right.
Singing this crap.
Yeah. I want to get them for a road show.
And Primetime Live, you know, just helping the cause. Helping these two out big time.
They are 13 years old and sing from the heart. They already have one album out, another on the way, and a music video anyone can download for free.
You have been compared to the Olsen twins.
Yeah, we like the Olsen twins.
And like those other twins, Mary Kate and Ashley, they seem as if they're innocence personified.
Are they Jews?
That's Lil Gady playing the guitar, half an inch taller than her twin sister, Lynx, who has a few more freckles. Twins united for a cause with a terrifying and secret language.
We get it.
All its own.
Secret.
The language of hate.
Secret language of hate?
Now they're going to play rap?
Yeah.
You fucking easily shocked dummies in the media?
I haven't heard one friggin' song from these broads yet.
What does 88 mean?
88 is of course, H is the 8th letter of the alphabet, so it's, stands for Heil Hitler.
Heil Hitler?
It's just like a comradic think. It's just like a, you know,
hello.
I believe what you believe.
What does
what
does
Heil
14
Hitler.
words mean?
We must secure the existence of our people and a future for white children.
That's right. The white race and only the
Where's
white
the
race.
controversy?
Singing under the name Prussian Blue, a direct nod to their German heritage and bright blue eyes, Blinks and Lamb Gady may be one of the most effective recruiting tools in the white nationalist movement today.
Land of the chicken fuckers.
To me, those are more effective.
Oh.
What? I said effective. I corrected myself.
Oops, I lynched him again.
They do look like they could kind of fit that bill once they get a little older, maybe. A little
I'm
young.
not that Aryan.
The message is clear. It's us, whites, against them, everybody else. So the term mud, what does that refer to?
A non-white.
Right.
A non-white.
Mud people.
Yeah.
What does it imply?
Instead of saying, you know, saying a racial slur, it's just like, oh, mud.
say it.
They call us cracker, we call them mud.
We played some of the girls' interview for Ted Shaw, civil rights advocate and president of the NAACP's
And let me guess, you loved it, right?
Yeah.
Let me guess.
Those may be new terms, but they mean the same thing as the language of racism that was more acceptable in the 1950s.
Good point,
acceptable.
Ted.
Or as I like to call it, the good old days.
Ted raised a good point.
For Lynx and Lamb, the grooming began at birth. They were nurtured on racist beliefs by their mother, April, a stay-at-home mom who no longer lives with the twins' father. She is remarried now and has a new baby named Dresden.
Hey, Dad. Has Woofy got horses ready and stuff?
And April was raised the same way.
Okay, let me find
April's father, Bill Gady, has surrounded the family with symbols of his beliefs. He has a fascination with the German swastika. It's on his belt buckle, on the side of his pickup, even branded on his cattle.
Oh, Jesus. Side of the pickup. He branded his cattle. Is that registered? He registered the swastika as a brand.
Yep.
Fuck.
Good old Bill Gady.
This is some country, man. We really do have freedoms here.
Has he branded any of his neighbors with that swastika?
Come here, boy.
Come on in here, girls. I got you the new Kevin Federline album. We're all going to have a hoedown.
I like the big hit. Oh, we do not look down on niggers, kites, greasers, or wops. Here you are all equally worthless.
From Full Metal Jacket the musical. I love that.
His cattle.
Our cattle brand is registered with the Bureau of Livestock Identification.
Your father uses a swastika for the brand on his cattle.
Right.
He does
My
know
dad-
it's provocative, though.
Yes, and because it's provocative to him, he thinks it's important as a symbol of freedom of speech that he can use it as his cattle brand.
So you are proud to call yourself a racist.
I believe a racist is a person who sees a difference in races, and
joins
I
the
believe
track
that
team.
pretty much everybody's a racist.
Yeah. Everybody's a racist.
That's right.
She's like, well, I'm not a racist, but I am on the track team. Just so dumb.
Yeah, these would have been just two little hillbilly girls in the backwoods with no one paying attention to them.
Right.
And
Primetime Live.
The news gets them.
And
They
us.
wear lederhosen.
What's lederhosen?
It's the little German attire that the women in the beer halls wear during like Oktoberfest.
There you go.
They are cute as bugs' ears.
They're as cute as puggles.
Little puggles. They are adorable little racist girls.
Can we hear some of their song? How about some song?
I want to hear them sing.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Opie.
There's a couple more clips that are kind of interesting here.
Okay.
When the girls are with friends, they say they like to hang out and sometimes play video games. But one of the video games Lynx and Lamb play at home is
Black
called
Man.
ethnic cleansing and involves killing people of color. Tell me what happens in ethnic cleansing.
You kill blacks, and then you try to get to this one area.
Skinheads are going to a ghetto shooting blacks and Mexicans who make gorilla-sounding noises.
Right. It's kind of fun.
Holy shit. Okay. Wow.
A black guy watching, shaking his head.
Wow. I just want to know, does GameFly have that one?
I got a PG rating.
Wow. Oh, makes Rockstar look like Disney. Ethnic Cleansing. There's the game.
There's the actual game.
And that is available for download, I guess?
These dummies at Primetime Live. No,
you know
how many people are going to be checking out this game now because they talked about it on their show?
You have to buy it? How much? $15.
$15.
Who's going to put their credit card in on the Resistance site? On the fucking Aryan Resistance?
I'll bet Anthony Cumia does right after the show.
I don't think it'll be my credit card.
Then there's another game for $12 where Bobby Brown and Mike Tyson sing Monster Mash.
Imagine the stuff they're going to send you for free after you purchase the game.
Oh, my God, yeah.
The catalog.
Yeah, you'll get wiretaps is what you're going to get.
Right. You imagine the audio we can get from that game?
It's safer getting naked pictures of the girls singing than it is downloading that fucking game.
When you guys are appalled, you know it's disgusting.
That is... Who said appalled?
Yeah.
I want to play. Yeah, that is an awful, awful game. Let me see the graphics.
The graphics aren't up to...
Nah, they're a little cheesy. This looks
cheesy,
back about 5 years.
All right, let's play another clip here.
And when it came time to entertain a foreign television crew recently, April and the girls chose what they call a playful game of dance around the swastika.
And they show them here dancing around.
Well, it does bring up the Hitler question.
Yeah, it does.
And what's your opinion on Hitler?
I think that he wanted to preserve his race. And
he had 6 million Jews executed.
This is stupid.
I think that's an exaggeration.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh!
The kids making
now they're doing that.
Have you ever heard people this age interviewed about this?
No.
They don't ask normal kids about this on Primetime Live.
Yeah, what do you think about Hitler? A little kid?
Who?
What? Who? What?
Why are these brats getting any airtime?
Think he was preserving his race.
I love the dramatic music that has.
We think he gave Führers a bad name.
I think that's an exaggeration.
Yeah,
you do?
Sure.
Yeah, I hardly believe there were even that many Jews alive back then.
Back then. Are you shitting me?
Is Hitler someone you admire or someone you don't admire?
I think that he had a good belief.
Hold on, let me hear one at a time.
Let me
you think
talk,
he was
Links.
a great man?
Yeah, I think he had a lot of good ideas.
They go right to the clip. He built the Autobahn. Do you know that? And the Volkswagen, the people's car.
And they were a well-dressed army.
Wonderful long leather coats that are very attractive even to this day.
Lynx,
He was
Lamb,
the
and
first
Anthony.
person to put a human on a dog leash.
Right. Oh my God.
He invented the gas chamber.
Wow. I mean, it's not very original thinking here on my part, but you gotta kind of feel bad for the dopey little kids, because it's obviously the mother just pumping them full of this.
This just in: ethnic cleaning radio ads coming soon to the Opie and Anthony program.
No.
Yeah, we got some samples. We're gonna get them in a second here.
Oh, I thought you meant they were buying time on our show.
Raymond,
the sales staff really gearing up.
Like you would be surprised. Back in the old days, we had
we got dick creams and
prostitution.
And
remember, we had ads for prostitution for a while.
That lasted maybe a couple of weeks. But we had stuff that made your jizz taste good too.
It was for an escort company.
Proud.
All right, we got 2 more
show.
clips, and then we'll finally play a song
of
from Prussian Blue.
Blue.
Here we go. Here they
Prussian Blue. She needed the money. Oh.
Here they talk about helping the white Katrina victims, Hurricane Katrina victims.
White Katrina
Both of them.
I was going to say all 4. Damn
Come on.
The more time we spent with Sugg and the girls, the more it seemed most Americans don't accept their racist messages.
Really?
New Orleans officials insist no one is being forcibly removed from the city, but...
Should probably pack these in.
Like many children across the country, Lamb and Lynx decided to help the victims of Hurricane Katrina. But the twins wanted their aid to go to whites only.
We're passing out supplies.
But in Mississippi, where the twins' box ends up, people didn't like the idea of aid coming with racist strings attached.
How come this is talking all about white people?
We're not looking to have a confrontation with anybody. We're just trying to help.
Believe that y'all are down here strictly to serve just white people. We don't freaking want y'all here.
Right.
Y'all need to leave this area. Everybody eats and breathes, and everybody wipes their
we don't disagree. We don't disagree with any of that, ma'am.
And if y'all are here just to serve white people, then screw y'all. Get out of here.
After a day of trying, Lynx and Lambs' box ended up with no takers, dumped here at a shop that sells Confederate memorabilia.
Confederate memorabilia. This is... holy shit.
This is better than a comedy.
This is a ridiculous
so
story.
Ridiculous that it's...
They are trying to make a story here and make it all dramatic and stuff when this is happening. It's cross-eyed like hillbillies in the backwoods that they just put a camera on.
We gonna set a box over Mississippi.
Yeah, let's send it up to the white people. All right. Which also I don't see the other side.
Only
I know whites only. I don't see a problem with that.
Right.
Like, what if you did want to do that? It wouldn't be accepted?
No, it's kind of... First of all, if you're thinking like that, you probably did something to the food anyway.
No, that's what I'm thinking.
Right.
Well, I told him, he said.
And what do you think these two idiots put in that box? Some free CDs?
Well, people will need music to get them through their hard times.
Yeah.
Music I haven't heard yet.
April Gady had decided Bakersfield was not white enough, so she sold her home. April and the girls will only say that they are headed to the Pacific Northwest to find, they hope, an all-white community.
We are proud of being white. We want to keep being white. We want our people to stay white. We don't want to, just be a big model. We don't want to. We just want to preserve our race.
Yeah. They're like Girl Scouts or something. They're just doing things like look how cute with their Hitler shirts.
Race, that's beyond cute.
Isn't that adorable?
Cute, bordering on almost sexy.
They are adorable little racist kids. Any parent would be proud.
They're wearing happy faces with Hitler haircut and mustache.
Yeah.
You are cracking me up today. Ain't they adorable?
Just the sweetest little things.
Just like Puggles.
They're as cute as Puggles, but they're little racists.
Yeah. But they wouldn't own a Puggle.
No, it's
you had to mix two
mongrel
breeds.
class of dog.
Right.
Mixed breed.
The Puggle's cute, but to get there,
You want to keep the Pugs and the Beagles separate.
That's right.
Because you have Beagle pride and Pug pride, and you don't want the two mixing.
All right. You want to hear some Prussian blue?
Finally.
Look at their little nubs.
little nub boobies.
Do they both have braces?
Yes, they do in that picture. They are real. One thing got to be said for them. They are really white kids, man.
Yeah.
They are Aryan, little blue-eyed, blonde-haired. Wow, are they white.
Here's Prussian blue and
finally
Victory Day. Little piece.
Victory Day. Okay. Oops. Yikes. Is this extreme? Lee bad? Yes, it is. Ooh. You're kidding me, right? Is this really a little kid playing guitar?
Nah, I was
kidding.
Because
she stinks.
This is Michael Hedges.
Come on.
I'm actually enjoying this more than that awful Santana song this morning.
All right.
I got a black cleaning woman. I got a black cleaning woman. We don't need no education.
Our enemies have found and beat our ways, singing behind.
They are awful.
No, they're good.
No longer afraid to walk alone. We have won, we are done. Victory is ours, victory.
When my daughters grabbed a guitar and started playing bad chords, they had to be corrected.
Your son is attempting to eliminate.
All right, you guys are doing a comedy show. Primetime Live?
Primetime Live.
How is
Gave them this much airtime.
And
these kids wouldn't even get on American Idol first?
It's all about sensationalism. It's about the media. The news loves doing shit like this. They love stirring it up. Yesterday, I turned on. They're on the news again. They were on Inside Edition. They're now interviewing the girl's father. There's more drama in here. The girl's father is pissed off at this whole thing, and pissed off at the mother for giving these ideas. So it's a soap opera now, and people are all captivated. They love
a
the
reality
little
show on the
Prussian
Country
Blue
Music Channel.
Oh, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt you find these two on a reality show. That'd be great.
We got
Put them
the
in a
ethnic
house with some
cleansing
black
commercials.
Here we ethnic cleansing. What is this? The video game?
Yeah.
Daughters grab guitars.
Grab the guitar.
This is the.
I will admit that they are more talented than the Olsen twins.
Yeah.
We're running out of show, unfortunately.
Went without saying.
Here's one of the commercials.
Dude, what the hell is that noise?
Oh, that's just the niggers. We've got a nigger problem around here.
So what are you going to do about it?
Haven't you ever heard of ethnic cleansing?
Well, yeah, but...
Look, I just happen to have my Acme nigger-seeking missile.
Hey, what is that?
Oh,
just
my
aim
God.
it at a herd of niggers.
Hey, what are you doing?
Then fire the missile.
What up, dog? You know what I'm saying? This be some whack shit. We'll be that coming in the room together.
Then presto, nigger soup.
At Resistance.com, we can't sell you a nigger-seeking missile, but we do sell Ethnic Cleansing, the video game.
Ethnic Cleansing. Kill them all. Only from Resistance.com, the soundtrack of the White Revolution.
I think the worst part of the area
right. Yes, Jim?
is their technology. It's just awful. It's awful.
All right, we're running out of show. Here's a 30-second
I think
spot.
you could come up with a better name.
Is multiculturalism making you sick? Are blacks taking over your town? What you need is ethnic cleansing. Black drug dealers? No problem. Illegal aliens? Forget about it. Crack whores? No more. When you have Ethnic Cleansing, the game.
Get your copy of Ethnic Cleansing at Resistance.com, the soundtrack for White Revolution.
All right, we're going to have to continue with that tomorrow. Jeffrey Ross in studio. We have like 12 seconds left. Jeffrey, you're going to be tonight at...
The Lowe's 42nd and 8th, Patriot Act, the Jeffrey Ross home movie. Come to the sneak preview, please.
7 p.m.
7 p.m. It sounds like it's going to be great.
Really
Thank you,
cool.
Jeffrey Ross.
Thanks for the flow.
Program complete.